What are we running tonight?
A little Grape Brandy for the boys.
Little Grape Brandy. This is grape wine made from concentrate juice. We've done a lot of workshops and we do this simple little recipe for folks. Just grape concentrate, make this wine for the first time. And we ended up with like 5 gallons of this stuff that we just did during workshops.
Yep.
And so yeah, we're gonna put it all in the still. Zach has already racked it off, got rid of the sediment, the yeast cake, and all that. We're just going to dump it in the still. We're going to run it on the Mile High 8-gallon with a copper torpedo, and yeah, make some more brandy. So we've been doing quite a bit of brandy lately.
We've been in brandy mode, yeah.
I don't do a lot of brandy, so it's been kind of nice that we've been doing a lot because I'm always doing whiskey.
I'm pretty partial to them. I like a nice brandy, and I tell people this all the time. A lot of times I'll take a wine, you know, it's like, it's good, you know, nothing wrong with it, be happy to, you know, hand it out to somebody. But man, when you run one of these brandies, it's just like it takes a okay wine up to like a really nice spirit, and
Yeah.
man, I enjoy them.
All right, so let's get it. Beautiful.
Roll that beautiful bean.
Nice color. Talk about the giveaway.
Free grain for a year.
Anybody gonna pass that up?
How you gonna beat that? How you gonna beat it? You're not.
I've never won free grain for a year.
I've never won anything meaningful of any sort.
Right. So this is awesome. We are giving away grain for a year. We want to give one of our great customers grain every month for 12 months.
Free grain delivered to your house every month for a year. All you got to do is go to stillingtheclear.com, make a $50 purchase. Each additional $50 purchase you make is going to get you another entry at your chance to win free grain for a year of your choosing.
Yeah. This is not a surprise box of grain where you don't know what you're getting.
Not some shit we got just hanging out in the bag.
You're going to tell us what you want.
You pick it.
10 pounds of corn, or you want a bourbon kit?
Maybe you want some barley.
Maybe you want barley.
Maybe you want some malted wheat.
Yeah.
Maybe you want a little sweet feed, crimped oats, heirloom corn.
Right.
Whatever you want.
That's right. So, stillingtheclear.com/shop. Spend $50 or more. You're automatically entered into the drawing. We're going to be drawing the winner April 3rd. Thursday night during the live stream.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you enter. Hope you win.
Good luck.
How competitive is that, you think?
I have no idea, but
Dude,
I mean, I would be pretty serious.
How
about
hard can you soup up a wood sander?
I don't know.
Apparently, I
So-
guess you could run them pretty fast. Well, we're back, guys. It's Thursday. It's 5. That means we're running brandy. We're drinking some garage beers this week. We're hanging out. I'm Zach. This is Cyrus. You guys are you guys, and welcome back. It's good to be here with you.
Good to see everybody.
How's everybody doing? A lot of the usual suspects: Joe, Clinton, Collector Rick's Honeybees. A lot of the normal crew in the chat.
Yeah.
What do we got going on here today, man?
Well, we're making brandy, obviously.
Look at that.
We've already pulled a couple of jars off, and we've got some lemon blueberry mead that we made, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 months ago, something like that.
Get tied in there on that, Adam.
We're gonna taste that tonight, and look how pretty that is.
Thank
huh?
you. Oh, the mead?
Yeah, the mead.
Oh, sorry.
Pretty stuff right there.
Mm-mm-mm.
So we'll be tasting some of that, and what else we got going on tonight? I think that's it,
We're
really.
just yapping mainly.
Yapping.
Answering some questions from the chat. Hopefully you guys have been productive this week. Temperatures are starting to warm back up. Seeing a lot more people start some ferments, getting a lot of guys coming into the shop, starting some all grains, getting kicked back off for the season. So that's exciting.
Yeah, and you get some of those guys. They were brand new when it was really cold,
Yeah.
and now they're coming in like, man, my ferments just took off.
Yeah,
Like, that's the
I couldn't
temperature.
believe it. It's done in like 5 days. It was, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's almost like, too, you kind of like when they're coming in, they're like, is it, normally take this long? And you're like, it's just cold. And
yeah,
they're like, you can tell, like, they're not really fighting you on it, but they're not really 100% sold on it. And then
Yeah.
they come in here when it's warm, and they're like, this is crazy.
yeah,
I've never had one work off this fast.
yeah.
It's not 40 degrees outside.
That's right. Your concrete floor that you have it sitting on inside your house where it's 72 is no longer 55 degrees. Yeah.
Yep. Jake Benoit, or Beno, I think it's Benoit. Gotta love that brandy, brother. I know I love it. This is a grape brandy. If you missed the intro video, and so first grape brandy on the live stream.
Yeah.
The rest have been apple and
Did you do a strawberry? No,
apple,
just apples.
mainly apple brandies.
Yeah.
What's up, Joe?
You got the name right.
Yeah, but we're gonna drink it.
Kevin Howard says, I got 2 dumb questions and 1 decent question.
Hey, brother.
There's 3 good questions right there, I'm sure. No dumb questions. Fire them off.
Watch him ask like a really good
Joe
question.
Parks.
I'm just kidding, brother. Joe Parks in the house. Lovely, lovely lady.
We have our usual 1 person over on Facebook.
Hi, Mom.
We got 29 on the Still in the Clear channel. Don't have any on the Homebrew channel. And we got 1 over there on the TikTok.
I think the TikTok.
Should I, I'm always calling out how many people, like,
Not when it's 1.
everybody in the chat, they don't care, do they?
They don't care. If there was like 2,000 or something, if I was on the For You page and there was like 2,000 of the TikTok and maybe, but like
Yeah.
1 is just sad. That is just really sad.
Joe says, my wife keeps the house so cold, I had to get a fish tank heater to put in my wash. Yeah. Got to keep those ferments warm in the winter.
I love a cold house. I like sleeping in the cold. Like I would, if there was a way to efficiently, sleep at 55-ish degrees, I would do it.
Yeah, I would
I
not.
sleep like a rock.
No, I'm not in.
I like it.
Y'all like Four Loco? Question number 1.
That's tough.
Four Locos are a recipe for criminal charges,
Yeah.
bad life choices,
Yeah.
and just general hooliganism.
Hooliganism.
I think if your goal is to be buzzed
Yeah.
and you don't really care how you get there,
Yeah.
maybe you are doing some type of tailgate
Yeah.
or it's a pregame of some type
Yeah.
for some event.
You had to
Four
drive a
Loko.
long ways to an event that most people are already drunk at. hammering a Four Loko.
You need to
gunning
catch
one.
up, but you don't want to, go off the rails.
It's an okay way to do it.
Four Loko's a good way to do that.
Yeah.
Not the best flavor in the
There's
world.
a time and a place.
There's a time and place.
There's a time and a place. I'll give you that.
I don't have an opinion on it. Never had it.
Yeah.
Never had a Four Loko, really.
Mm-mm. What is it? A beer or is it a whiskey?
It's a malted beverage.
Debatable, yeah. It's like a malt beverage.
No one knows.
It's no, seriously, no one knows. It's like a little bit of energy drink with a little bit of alcohol.
Okay.
They used to put caffeine in it, and they don't anymore.
Yeah.
I think they had to reformulate it. There was like lawsuits or something.
Yeah.
They had to reformulate and take the caffeine out of it.
Yeah.
It used to be like an energy drink and alcohol.
It's autism in a can. It will really reset you.
I got you.
But yeah, it's kind of a high ABV can.
Yeah.
Clinton House jumped over there on the Homebrew Center, said, here's some homebrew love.
Oh, good.
Thank you, brother.
sir.
Hooliganism.
Constant 65. I'd rather make some mead with ginseng and clove in secondary. That probably wouldn't be bad, honestly.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah.
That does not sound bad.
I have put some clove in one. I've not put any ginseng in one.
That sounds cool, actually.
13.9%.
Oh,
I didn't know
okay. Wine.
They're up there, yeah.
And they're big too.
Yeah, they're tall
They're
boys.
like 16,
Tall
24
boy
ounces.
quantities.
Or
Try to
something.
find one that's less than 76 ounces. You won't.
Oh, Jesus.
No, they're like 24. They're like regular tall boys. Joe, good to see you, Zach. We haven't seen you much this week. Yeah, I've been neglecting you guys. I'm sorry. I need to do more lives, probably.
Yeah.
Busy.
Missing you over there in TikTok land.
I know. I'll do better.
Time to change that door out.
You guys got
Not a soul in the chat said anything about it.
You got to call those out. Oh, they did put the jar emoji there.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We have a bit of a delay, I think. So
Joseph Terry, you are pardoned. He's been watching his Magnum shirts, like Magnum PI.
I just saw that.
I didn't know BBC aired Magnum PI over there.
You got to make sure you've updated your license first.
Your
Your viewing license.
Proper TV credentials. Man, that is steady.
Yeah. So we had jar 1 was 139, jar 2 was 138. This is jar 3. We'll let those who want to guess throw out a guess. And of course, if Winsong's in the chat, may not be. She might have already said it if she was.
They're there? They're gone.
Terry's got 140. Jake's got 133.
Kevin Howard says, okay, question 2. This is my decent one that isn't dumb. What's the best distiller that also the cheapest? I'm looking to distill at least a half a gallon. I'm looking for a price. So, okay, you're looking for a still, and you want a half gallon of finished product. Well, I'll say this. We don't normally recommend anyone get a smaller still than about 5 gallon. Now, certainly you could get one smaller than that if you're looking for a half gallon of finished product, but not by a lot. So I would say you're probably looking for a 5 gallon. If you haven't distilled before and you're not sure, I would go get an all copper alembic. You can get into one for, sub $400, which is pretty good for an all copper still. And it's probably going to do what you want. And if you figure out, hey, I like this, I want to continue to do this, and you're ready to outgrow it, it's still something that you can keep around and do exactly like what we're doing today, which is running brandies. Alembics are just absolutely a fine still, a great still to run a brandy in.
Mm-hmm.
These have been coming off, I won't say the third jar, but 139, 138 right there in brandy territory where you like to see them. And so that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, and if budget is a big concern and you want to get in at the lowest price point you can, a Viver will do the trick. And if you're going to get a Viver, get the football style,
Lombardi.
what we call the Lombardi. get one of those. You can get into one of those for, I think it's a 8.9 gallon or 8.3 gallon, something like that. It's like $175, $200.
Yeah. They're a little bit different, and they come with thumpers and some stuff that can kind of sometimes make things a little bit, well, I guess the Lombardi doesn't, but
the Lombardi, the reason I recommend the Lombardi is it's easier to modify. It's a column type still as opposed to a pot thumper. And usually when the folks that get a Weaver 3-pot still, they're almost always, they end up modifying their thumper. They end up modifying their worm, and which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, if you want to avoid all those kinds of modifications, the column still, which is the Lombardi type, is a better choice for not much more money.
People oftentimes will start on the Weaver and then graduate to something else that's a little bit different. Maybe one of these column stills like this that you can modify on tri-clamps a little bit easier. So you can look at it two ways. One, low risk. I can get into it, see if I like it, and not spend a whole bunch of money. And once I realize, okay, I'm going to do this kind of consistently, go out and maybe get something a little bit different. You can look at that like, oh, I spent $200 or $300 on a still that I'm not really going to use anymore. Or you can spend an extra $100, you'll get an Olympic still that no matter what you end up doing, you will always have a use for on smaller batch runs.
Yeah, and also one other consideration too is what type of liquor. So
Yeah.
if you're wanting to make any kind of neutral spirit, a vodka, gin, things like that, the Weaver stills do not work as well. You can't make it's very difficult to make that type of liquor with an Olympic still.
I think he said he wants to make rum there.
Oh, yeah. So the Lombardi will do a good rum, and especially the Olympic. The Olympic will do a good rum, too.
Yeah.
I'll actually talk to you in person before I actually buy it. All right, Bubba.
Cool. Kevin, where are you located? You don't have to give me your mailing address.
You don't have to get too specific.
Yeah.
Did we mention the proof on that jar?
We did not. It is 139. Sorry, got carried away.
Run is holding super, super steady.
Closest
139.
without going over was Nick Haas with 137. Nobody nailed it. So
Nick Haas, closest without going over.
Attaboy, Nick.
The Duke says the Still Spirits T500 is a good starter still also. I agree with that. And I've never run a T500, but I've seen a lot of people doing it. And they're kind of upgradable in a lot of different ways. In Lavaca. Down the road.
Oh, yeah, just come over here. We'll hook you up.
Kevin's been in here before.
the cow.
And I don't remember, Kevin, I'm sorry. I'm not putting the name with the face, but we get a lot of people coming in.
Yeah, brother, just come over here. We'll hook you up.
Y'all have met me a few times, he says. Okay. Awesome. Embarrassing.
I can't, more faces than names. Terrible with names. Like, actually, we've talked at length several times.
Like, you told me that we were friends.
What?
Yeah, dude. You said you were going to come over to my house one time. We talked about getting that apartment together.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Not a bad beer for something called garage beer.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit extra flavor than your typical light beer. I know the Duke will appreciate that. He's constantly kind of ribbing us about our water beers.
Yeah, he would still consider this a water beer.
Yeah,
no doubt.
He would, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
well, when you compare
more than normal.
Compare it to a Guinness, it
Duke's
is.
like, oh, please.
Yeah.
I should have walked in here with like milk stouts.
I mean,
like, oh yeah, we're drinking milk stouts this live.
we should do that at some point.
Dude, I think we'd fall asleep halfway through the live. Would be the only problem with that.
Go get some oatmeal stout, man.
Kevin says, I don't expect y'all to remember me yet. Hopefully, eventually, y'all will. Question 3. It's a dumb one. Hope you say yeah, but I ain't expecting it. Y'all hiring? We are not hiring at the moment, Kevin. Sorry, brother.
Not right now, but you never know.
Yeah, don't know when it would be, but it'll be at some point.
Do it.
I knew it.
All right, I'm leaving.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, night. See y'all next time. I get rid of Zach first. Duke is on that ass.
Yeah, he is.
Gonna be another roasting night.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm like herpes, Duke. Not easy to get rid of. Joe, Zach, when are you doing your 24-hour video? Whenever I hit 10,000, I'm at.
Man, you committed to that?
Yeah.
Zach is gonna go live for 24 hours when he gets 10,000 followers.
I'm at 8,879 followers. So, like 11.
That's a big
change.
commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get one of those neck.
Dude,
phone
kind of kidding,
holders.
buddy. I love you. What? Sorry.
You're gonna have to get one of those neck phone holder things, just for like the POV of what you're doing, like and just have it around your neck.
Oh, yeah. I
Then
think
you want
that
to
there
hold
could
the
be
phone.
some interesting. I think there could be some interesting kind of things in there.
Oh yeah, little segments.
Some stuff. Yeah.
If I was doing it, there would be this interesting little scene for about 3 hours while I'm sleeping.
Taking a nap.
Dude, that very easily could happen.
I mean, some people do that on their streams.
I may have to. I don't know. I think I could go 24 hours depending on when I stop and start. But yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean there could possibly be some sleep footage in there.
You just gotta
They
stay.
do make additives you could take.
You just got to stay under the right amount of light, and you're fine for 24 hours. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You can do it.
Yeah, just me
Everything-
talking to a camera.
Yeah. Right.
Everything outdoors got a still today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Very cool.
Winsong is pretty excited about your 24-hour live, it looks like. What a time to jump in the chat. You got a Beaver. Good job, brother.
Heck yeah.
There he's roasting oats in the AM for another bourbon mash. Awesome.
He's always running something.
Show and Shine is in the house. What's up?
brother?
Adam, can you add me in the other corner? I'm good for entertainment value.
Dude, I want that.
So
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Right now, all I can do is video. So I can't stream in the audio from a guest yet. That's something that, for whatever reason, on my computer's operating system, I just can't do it yet. I've got to find the right apps and the right workflow to make that happen. But I can do video if you want to mime yourself, your hand gesture.
What's happening?
Oh, this phone over here is not plugged in.
What
But,
original gravity should I aim for when I'm making a grape brandy? It's one of those depends type questions. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. That said, this one probably was, it was a mixture of 5 different 1 gallons, but I think probably the mean average there was 1075, or very, very close to that. I think anywhere from 1075 to 1085 is nice, but it's a preference thing, and may depend on your still too.
Winsong jumped into the chat apparently when you were saying you had herpes, or you were like herpes.
Sorry, one song. Sorry you had to see that.
Heck of a time to join.
Nick Haas, got a wine question. If y'all want to take it, when I bottle wine next week and I have 2 different flavors to do, can I take a little bit of each of them and combine them after everything is finished? Of course you could. It's your wine. You can do, dude. You can stick your dingling in it for all. It's yours. Do whatever you want. You can blend them. You can leave some dry. You can post-sweeten some more than others. You can, you can. I love that. I like taking some off as they are finished and putting them back. I love sweetening some. I love, blending is awesome, especially if you have two that you think are going to go well together. Maybe try it first before you full on commit to like mixing a couple gallons together, just in case it's not great or you want to do less of one or more of the other. But yeah,
Strawberry and banana. Shoot, yeah.
oh yeah,
Good combination
Good
right
combo.
there.
It's a good combo.
Kevin's asking, can you guys make PGA? Yeah, Distill right behind us can do a PGA. When we run it, when we're making a neutral spirit out of it, we can start at around 192, and then once it's all said and done, the last neutral spirit we had, we averaged out at 187 when we blended everything. So
Pretty good.
sorry that you're late, Flatland. We're glad you're here, brother.
What's up, brother? Sweeten, make sure to pasteurize it first, or you might get a kaboom. Yeah, so pasteurizing or neutralizing the yeast by way of Camden tablets, or some people boil. I don't ever boil mine, but
I don't think you're really supposed to boil it, because all you're doing when you do that is you're
Cooking off
basically
the alcohol.
distilling it, and you're losing alcohol. So like 160 degrees for like 10 minutes. That's all you got to do.
yeah, I just add Camden tablets though. I neutralize the yeast, crush them up, throw them down in there, mix them up, let them set for a day. If it's a wine that's freshly new and I'm not going to wait 3 months for it to naturally clarify, or however long, 3 months is just kind of an anecdotal placeholder there. But a lot of times what I'll do is do a dual fine or a super clear, which I've got videos on my TikTok about that kind of stuff, just showing how it works and how fast it works. But normally I'll neutralize, wait 24 hours, do part one, wait a couple hours, do part two, and I'll let it set for 2-3 days. That's like crystal clear.
Yeah, almost everything drops out at that point.
It's
Clinton is recommending for Nick a water bath at 140 for 20 minutes.
I just use my canning pot or my chili pot when doing the batch. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've never heated it up at the end. I know people do that and they like it and they have good luck with it, but I use the Camden tablets, and I'll somewhat maybe still watch the airlock just to make sure it's not holding pressure, it equals back out.
Yeah.
God dang, Clinton House with the 20 gifted memberships.
Woohoo!
Was like a post
Jumped on it again. I saw a comment I was reading just before you started talking, said something about the last time he's going to be able to do this for a while. I guess he's talking about the gifting. That's awesome. Thank you, Clinton.
That's sick, brother. Yeah, we appreciate that.
The Duke got one. Woohoo!
Oh man, dude,
Pure Poison got one.
Lucky D.
Rob Staggs,
got some good
otherwise
ones.
known as
Yeah, there was some
Backwoods Backwoods, got
Regulars
one.
in there.
what?
Joe Park said, "Did y'all see my new stickers? White Oak Shine, Old Lady Whiskey.
Nothing.
I want one.
I want one too.
Send me some.
Yeah,
Mama.
please.
Lucky D
I'll put it
got
on my computer.
gifted.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, we had a lot of regulars get gifted in that batch. That was awesome.
That was a pretty good one. Appreciate the memberships. Helps make the show go round. Love seeing you guys also in the Rise and Shine. Members only lives in the morning. I pop into them periodically. I'm not as clockwork as Cyrus is, but I like to come in there and have some coffee with you guys.
Oh yeah.
I think there's some exclusive content over there too for the members.
A little bit. There's
Yeah.
going to be more.
Working on putting more on there. There's another video over here to my right that's, I think, going to be making its way on there. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but
Clinton says for the Duke, it's Sunset and Shine. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's true.
Kevin says, I've got no patience, less equipment. I only make 1 gallon of wine at a time right now. How long would y'all let that ferment? I literally only wait a week before I kill it. You should wait more than a week.
Yeah, it's not finishing all the way. I mean,
It's not getting done in a week. I mean, unless you have a really low starting gravity, a really low ABV, you can be doing it in a week. But you should give it
start more batches. Start more batches. Do your waiting time, and then pull them off when they're supposed to. But yeah, you got to let them.
Yeah, if you're only doing a gallon at a time,
Yeah.
get 4 carboys, get 4 1-gallon carboys, start one each week, and within a month you're able to drink one every week.
Yeah. And honestly, if you're into it that hard, I would consider maybe getting a bigger carboy and running a few gallons at a time, and then playing around with the 1 gallons. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley.
Have you ever heard of a carboy called a demijohn?
Mm-hmm. I thought they were just the same
They
thing.
are the same thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just- I guess-
I've never heard it called that.
heard them called that.
Yeah, yeah.
I just heard that word for the first time the other day. That was interesting. Is that like a foreign, like a European thing, or do people
I
around
have
here say
no
that?
clue. I have no
Yeah.
clue. Maybe Duke can
I
let
think
us know
Duke
if
might get it.
Demijohn is a
Yeah,
yeah,
demijohn is
in
UK. Yeah, okay.
Jake, I forgot to let you know. Thank you for the oak that you guys have on your site. It's hard to find good oak wood around here. Yeah, it's hard for a lot of people to find. And honestly, it's kind of hard to find around here. We've got a good source, and we are fortunate on the seasoned white oak side of things and the cherry side of things. And, so yeah, we're glad we could help. It's also, the wood is like a tremendous amount of work compared to like most of the stuff we do.
Yeah. The
Going, getting it. picking
margin
it.
on oak is very low.
Yeah, it's very super slow. That's a
That's all right though.
that's a love of the game skew right there, because I mean, shoot, you gotta go drive 45 minutes north of here. You gotta pick it up, haul it over here, get the table saw out, get the other saw out,
Yeah.
cut it, strip it, get it down into planks, toast it, bake it, char it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, then you gotta vacuum seal it, because when you guys get it, it's like packed up nice and deep, vacuum sealed. And the wood is that's a Steiner kind of love of the game type item there.
Yeah.
Give me John in the UK. Huh. Kevin Thomas in the TikTok chat. You
Hell
can
yeah,
see him
Kevin
on your
Thomas.
Screen. That guy's a legend. If you haven't heard his music, you need to go check him out. He is legit.
Or come see him at the Shine On Festival on
Come see him
October
at the
4th.
Shine On Festival, October 4th, Fort Smith, Arkansas. On the Choctaw Casino's main stage.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
I figured you guys had a heck of a time. I deeply appreciate it. Yeah, we don't mind at all. It's, yeah, you bet, Jake. Home Depot Lowe's have 5-gallon food grade buckets. Just need a drill, grommet. Costs you $7 or $8. Yeah. In fact, I've got a YouTube short of me turning a bucket into a fermenter in like 8 minutes.
Nice.
Well, the video's less than a minute, but literally
Impressive.
takes like 8 minutes to make one.
Just drill the hole, hook it up.
That's it. Cleaning the burrs from the drill takes more time than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
Kevin says, hell yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be a good time. Sure is.
Ready to smash beers with you in the green room and watch you play some music, brother.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take it easy on the beer smashing early on, but like post 8 p.m.,
We will
all
have
bets are off.
we will have some duties to fulfill.
Yeah. I'm going to take it easy throughout the day. I'm sure my arm will be twisted at some points. It's like,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
what am I going to do? Tell a guy now? You're 8 hours to be here? I'll try your stuff.
Duke's asking if there's a 5-star hotel nearby. He comes across.
There's a Wyndham downtown. That's where we're putting up Kevin. It's a real nice place. It's, 20-ish minutes across town, but
That's probably the nice. Yeah, that's the nicest one.
it's probably the nicest in Fort.
Yeah.
It's the nicest one in Fort Smith. Real nice place. It's a 2-star.
They got rid of the bugs last year. Don't even gotta worry about them. No, they're running group rates too. So like we have a deal locked in with them, and we got special rates for rooms. Putting that stuff on the website. Yeah, completely.
One more thing.
Just one more thing. No
Yeah.
big deal.
I'll add that to the list.
Yeah, you got to be able to perform. Yeah. You and me both, brother. What's up, Jason?
Jason Acosta's in the house.
Woo pig, brother.
Iron Duke says he stayed in those before, so it's not going to be a problem, looks like. We'd love to see you out here. I feel like my last 2 runs of 95 corn and 5% oats turned out bitter. I'm new to distilling, and I'm not sure what's going on. I'm using high-temp amylase and glucose with daddy yeast. Corn and oats with amylase and daddy, the bitterness isn't coming from any of that. And it's just hard to say what it might be. If
That is hard to say.
You know, maybe get a little tighter on your cuts. If usually when there's an issue, it falls somewhere in the range of how you're doing your cuts.
I mean,
Yeah.
that envelope full of cash, a nice hotel, and all the drink I can drink. No better way to spend October 4th.
Hell
It
yeah.
does sound pretty nice when you put it that way. Yeah.
Garbage Throne Daddy. Some would say the best 2-star.
They're
saying
saying
it's the
it's the best 2-star.
Will Sparkleoid make your mash bitter if it's still present when distilling?
Well, how's this? Well, the Sparkleoid is like you put it in; it's not going anywhere.
I wouldn't worry about putting it in.
Supposed to, grab all the particles, fall to the bottom, rack off of it. But
You
I
should.
don't know. I would never use Sparkleoid
I
for
would
something I was going to distill.
I haven't either. Either let it naturally clarify, and I've never done this either, but if you're really stringent on what your setup better than anyone else. So if you're really kind of particular, maybe you crank it up and get it to heat real fast, and you're worried about scalding those sediments, I would consider using a dual fine or a super clear if you want to drop all that stuff out of there real quick and then siphon off the top. And just maybe see if that makes a difference. I couldn't tell you one way or the other if that's what's making your stuff bitter or not, but
Yeah.
maybe it is worth trying not using it.
Sunset 1165 says I use daddy yeast for grape brandy. Any better suggestions?
EC 1118.
Yeah, anytime we're doing fruit, well, most of the time when we're doing fruit, it's an EC 1118 by Lavlin. Daddy, I reserve daddy for oats.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm doing a whiskey.
Yeah.
But of course, all yeast is going to work. All yeast is going to get the job done.
We find the EC 1118 and pectic enzyme when you're making your wine to prepare for your brandy interacts the best. That's just our preference. I'm not saying that it's the best way. That is what you should use. That's what, after several runs, we like, and that's what I use. Jason Acosta just dropped onions and potatoes in the pot. Crawfish soon to follow. Hell yeah, brother. Don't know if I ever whipped that out on you guys.
I don't think you have.
Little mud bug
I
tattoo.
love a tail, man. That's making me kind of Jones right there, just thinking about that.
Hillbilly Glass Barrels in the house. What's up, brother? Says I tend to distill on grain with a false bottom. I love a filthy mash in my pot. There you go.
Some people love them. And the guys with the agitators, too.
Yeah.
Like, they'll just, I watch those guys grain and everything in there. They don't do shit. They'll put everything from their ferment in there, and I don't.
Old jacketed stills, like all kinds of fancy stuff out there.
Yeah.
Colton says I also use some yeast nutrients like LD Carlson urea and diammonium phosphate phosphate. Yeah, can certainly do that.
Never used any diammonium phosphate.
Damn.
Distilling on grain will give some more oil content. Bloody Butcher distillers tend to favor that. You know, I've always tried to kind of avoid the oil content, but like that, I was surprisingly happy with that Pachuga, and I know there was a ton of oil content in that.
Yeah, a lot.
Because, you know, it's just fat dripping off of a chicken inside the still.
Yeah.
For those who are in the chat that were not aware of what we did when I just said fat dripping off a chicken into the pot, they were like, what?
It's
what
exactly
did, rewind that. What did he say?
Exactly
That's
what it
exactly
sounds
what he
like.
said. That was not a misspeak. As good as sugar wash. It's just some more nutrients.
Mm-hmm. David Anderson in the house saying peekaboo.
What's up, brother? Oh man, where was the help in the chat on that one?
They were probably just waiting for it to fill up just a little more before they started bugging us about it.
Yeah. Oh, Bennett.
Bennett's in the
brother?
house.
Did I call you? I mean, I know I called you yesterday, but
Everybody's tossing out guesses. 137, 136, 136. This is jar number 4. Jar number 1 was 139. Jar number 2 was 138. Jar number 3 was 139.
pretty consistent little run here.
$135, $141. And
Daniel?
yeah, I got to change your
Do
number.
I want to know what
Oh,
do I want to know what it is in there?
what is it right now? Throw some bubbles at y'all.
Let me give him a TikTok shake real quick. There you guys go. Blake, for some reason, well,
That's interesting.
that is interesting.
Huh.
That's why he always answers when you call. He thinks you're somewhere. He doesn't realize it's you.
That is weird. I'll have to ask you maybe how that happened. That is like some people do call me that, but not on the internet, not anywhere on the internet.
Winsong, don't encourage him.
He's been fine. He ain't done nothing. He's acting right tonight.
He's acting right.
135, 138, 137.
Lucky D, thanking Clinton for the membership.
Lots of 137s in the chat.
For the new folks in the chat,
What'd that one come out to?
Clinton was gifted 20 memberships, which is awesome.
Pretty crazy.
If you're not aware, we do have channel memberships. You see the folks in the chat with the black and silver still in the clear badge. They are channel members. They get exclusive content. We go live in the mornings at 8:30, just kind of we call it the rise and shine, just have some coffee, kind of chat a little bit, and then I get to work.
Dipshit comes to mind, but it's already in my phone so many times. You got like 14 dipshits.
Yeah. Oh, jar number 4 was 124.
124.
Ooh. Nobody went.
No, everybody got over.
Yeah, nobody went that low.
Kind of surprised me too.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent there.
Yeah.
What do you reckon that was due to?
I reckon there's just not a ton of alcohol in there. There's less than 5 gallons. Not going to be a long run.
5 gallons at 10%, half gallon, 200 at 140. We're looking at
We're a quarter of the way through the
of a
run.
gallon. Total final.
We're a quarter of the way through the run if we go down to 0, right?
Yeah.
That was some real rough math in my head right there. So
I would
that
estimate
could be wrong.
3/4 of a gallon. Now I wouldn't be too opposed to running some sweet water off of this. Just one, because we have the time, and two, I think that this Grape Brandy could potentially make some really nice sweet water.
It very well could. I know we got some good stuff out of the apple.
Yeah.
When we ran the apple, there was some pretty good stuff down there deep.
The brandy surprised me on the tail side of things.
Jason says membership also allows you to pick on Zach. That's right. So
It does.
channel membership gives
Yeah.
you carte blanche to just roast Zach anytime you like.
Don't pay me, you can bully me. I've got very loose morals and moral compass when it comes to that kind of a thing. If you're, I mean, you know, like you could do. There's definitely more of a leniency when I get picked on by someone who is a member.
Yeah.
There's more leniency. Duke says, no, that's restricted to me. Glad to finally catch you guys. Much love from Southeast Texas. Crazy one, Tony.
And how do you not run your still dry? Stop at the beginning of the heads. I just got my still today. Sorry for the dumb question, brother. That's not a dumb question at all. It's not something that comes up very often or that's talked about. You're not gonna run your still out. So when you're running and you're getting alcohol, you're proofing each jar, right? You're making a cut into a pint jar. You know, I don't know how big your still is. You're gonna get to a point where it's just essentially water. And be sub 30, 20, 10 proof. You can run your still down to where you're getting no alcohol out
You're
of it.
just getting water.
And so you'd have to try. You'd have to sit there for hours and hours and hours and boil away until you boiled it all off. You'd really, really, really have to be trying to do something. Not something you're going to do by accident.
Yeah, think about it like this. This brandy, let's call it 5 gallons. I think there's a little less than 5 gallons. There's 5 gallons of wine in that still at roughly 10% ABV, which means there is half a gallon of 100% alcohol in that still. So if we extract every bit of the alcohol, there's still 4 gallons of water left in that still. So in order to run your still dry, you would have to be doing it with the intention of running your still dry. So it's not even something to worry about. The only other thing, now you have a Beaver, so you don't have to worry about it, but for folks that have an electric element, if their electric element is not real close to the bottom, those folks have to be concerned about how much they're putting into the still and how much they take out, because you can't let that run dry. But for a Beaver like what you have going, you're not going to run it dry. Don't worry about it.
Never going to be a problem for you. You'd have to be switching out bottles, and you would have to boil and boil and boil. Honestly, I couldn't tell you how long that would take, but it would take some time, and you would have to be, not proofing anything and kind of just trying to.
I'm glad you liked the video, Bennett. Thank you.
Ben's getting ready to mash in some Jimmy Red. That's pretty cool. Bennett, have you done many mashes with Jimmy Red? Do you have a specific mash bill on it that you just really like? Is it something that you're like the majority of us who are just kind of playing with it for the first time or a few times?
Clinton's getting his Jimmy and Bloody tomorrow. That's awesome.
Yep.
yeah, stop at 10 to 15%, just becomes not worth the time. Most of the time, I don't run past where I know I'm not going to be, these jars are not going into my final product.
Yeah.
And I will usually stop. It's just mostly been since we started doing these lives, and we're just running the still till we're done. And we're sometimes running down into 20% ABV.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't usually do that. With the exception of doing a stripping run where my intention is to strip as much alcohol out of it as possible.
And run it again. Yeah. 100 pounds of Jimmy, 100 pounds of rice, 100 pounds of dextrose.
Well,
So-
yeah.
You're not 100 pounds of dextrose, 100 pounds of rice. So you're going to convert and then just bump dextrose, or are you going to just using the Jimmy for the flavor? I'd love some banana pudding.
Tasted.
What does that mean? He's talking about just like banana pudding shine?
Like a shine that tastes like banana pudding. I assume that's what.
A vanilla wafer shine could be pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how you'd achieve something like that. I bet there's
Yeah.
a recipe out there someone's
sounds
got.
I
great.
bet there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet Phil Billy's tried it.
That's a vanilla wafer.
Phil Billy's got a gazillion different efforts on post-flavored shine.
You want to be making my first rum run in the Beaver football still? How much back set should I save? How big's your run?
So you will
Next run.
be getting some different answers with this question, but typically when I do a sour mash, which I think is roughly the same thing, except you call it a dunder when you're doing rum. But I think it's like 25% of your next mash, the water that goes in your next mash, should be your back set. And I think Clinton is in here. I think Clinton's done a lot of rum stuff. He might be able to hit you with a better answer. He says it'll be dunder for rum. It'll depend on how much alcohol percent you have in there. Rice and dextrose give you volume without changing the profile. All right. Jake says, I bet vanilla wafers will ferment. I bet they would too. Joe's got all her corn, just waiting on an open fermenter. Jake says 1/4. Or is talking about the Rum Dunder, I believe. Clinton's got a Rum Dunder that's going on 2 years old.
Joe's got to come by and get some clarifier.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, well, it'll actually work out about perfect because we'll go to intermission at 6 and then maybe because he's on the way down.
Oh, okay. All right.
What did you end up saying on the back set question?
25%, but
Yeah.
Clinton said it depends on your alcohol percentage. He's got a lot more experience doing rum and dunder than me.
Yeah.
I have very little experience.
I would
my-
prefer
my-
like that. It does seem like he's running rum like a lot.
Yeah, and my rum experience mostly comes from reading about how to make rum. So, until I get a whole bunch of experience in, I don't, my advice is I charge you what it's worth.
Yeah. Dennis says he converts it all because of those grain prices.
Yeah.
I feel you on that, man.
Jason's in the house. What's up, brother? Iron Duke says Irish does count. I must have missed part of the conversation. I don't know what that part is about.
He said make some proper whiskey at 552.
You said that?
Duke. And then he said nothing else until Irish does count.
Uh-huh.
Dude, you don't like the American bourbons?
Jason says Hillbilly Glass Barrel's got a crazy muck pit.
The muck pit.
Dunder.
Oh.
Let's see. Harry says, thank you, admins. Daniel, I use about 50% because I don't run tails. All right. The single malt's made. Fermenting. Duke said, love them. Joe Clementi, when I do my run, first batch distilled, I keep all dunder. Second run, I toss 50%. Third run, I keep all dunder. And then you just repeat that cycle, I guess is what you're saying, Clinton?
Or maybe
Duke uses 40% back set.
what's kind of the idea there? I mean, what are you trying to do? Why are you doing that?
So for me, the reading that I do, the 25, the reason I'm like at 25% is because of the acidity, because the back set's very acidic. And then when you're adding that to your next mash, now you have to pay attention to your pH levels.
Oh.
And then adding the back set. Now, I don't know exactly what it does for a rum, but for a whiskey, it makes it a sour mash.
Can't find me. Did you ask this before about the wood apple flavored deer corn, or was that someone else? Because this is like the second time this has come up. I don't know. I don't know that why it wouldn't, but I know that you would have to mill it, of course, right? So it's cracked corn. I mean, I guess you could just use dextrose or sugar and make like a sugar shine. I don't know that you're ever going to notice that flavor coming through, but I don't know that you wouldn't either. And also, I don't know exactly what they're putting in that apple flavored corn to know what kind of sugar is it. Is it even fermentable? It probably is. I don't know that. I haven't ever looked at it, never really gave it much thought. But it's almost like I just need to go to Walmart and
We just need to
get a bag,
go get a bag of it and
I know.
make a video of can you make corn liquor with
Read the back
deer
of the bag.
corn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you can.
I just deer corn lying around up there at the hunting camp.
I guess I didn't know that rum had all of these different kind of quirks to it.
Rum's super different.
It's interesting.
It's its own.
He's talking
weird
about
little-
esterification of the, Clinton is. He said you want to build up your esters. That's interesting.
Someone's really playing around with some rums.
I love that.
They're deep.
I love that.
They're deep, brother.
It's, we're literally just this week we've been talking about esterification a lot in organic chemistry. That's so cool.
Sweet.
Well, I say we do an intermission.
Let's take a little break here, okay? We're going to pause real quick. This is a good time, good opportunity for you fine folks at home to grab a beverage, take a bathroom break. Maybe you want to stick around and see what all went into this pot before we got started here today. You're going to see us setting the still up. You're going to get a couple words from our sponsors, the fine people that make everything go round. We'll be back in about 6-ish minutes.
So what are we running tonight?
Little Grape Brandy for the boys.
Little Grape Brandy. This is grape wine made from concentrate juice. We've done a lot of workshops, and we do this simple little recipe for folks. Just grape concentrate, make wine for the first time, and we ended up with like 5 gallons of this stuff that we just did during workshops.
Yep.
And so yeah, we're going to put it all in the still. Zach has already racked it off, got rid of the sediment, the yeast cake, and all that. We're just going to dump it in the still. We're going to run it on the Mile High 8-gallon with a copper torpedo, and yeah, make some more brandy. So we've been doing quite a bit of brandy lately.
We've been in brandy mode, yeah.
I don't do a lot of brandy, so it's been kind of nice that we've been doing a lot because I'm always doing whiskey.
I'm pretty partial to them. I like a nice brandy, and I tell people this all the time. A lot of times I'll take a wine, it's like, it's good, nothing wrong with it. Be happy to, hand it out to somebody. But man, when you run one of these brandies, it's just like it takes a okay wine up to like a really nice spirit, and
Yeah.
man, I enjoy them.
All right, so let's get it. nice color. Let's talk about the giveaway.
Free grain for a year.
Anybody gonna pass that up?
How you gonna beat that? How you gonna beat it? You're not.
I've never won free grain for a year.
I've never won anything meaningful of any sort.
Right. So this is awesome. We are giving away grain for a year. We want to give one of our great customers grain every month for 12 months.
Free grain delivered to your house every month for a year. All you got to do is go to stillingtheclear.com, make a $50 purchase. Each additional $50 purchase you make is going to get you another entry at your chance to win free grain for a year of your choosing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not a surprise box of grain where you don't know what you're getting.
Not some shit we got just hanging out in the bag.
You're going to tell us what you want.
You
want
pick it.
10 pounds of corn, or you want a bourbon kit?
Maybe
or
you want some barley.
Maybe you want barley.
Maybe you want some malted wheat.
Yeah,
Maybe you want a little sweet feed, crimped oats, heirloom corn.
right.
Whatever you want.
That's right. So, stillingtheclear.com/shop. Spend $50 or more. You're automatically entered into the drawing. We're going to be drawing the winner April 3rd,
April
Thursday
3rd.
night during the live stream.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you enter. Hope you win.
Good luck.
Room temperature for like.
Welcome back. Our fellas are talking to a customer, so it's just me for now. I was reading back through some of the discussion about rum. Yeah, like I said earlier, I had no idea. It's amazing all of the things that are going into it. Clinton, I was reading, you said L-butyral, but I can't. I'm trying to find it. You can kind of see maybe. Yeah, I went in through skunk in there as a. Oh yeah, we're live. I'm talking. We're hanging out. Yeah, there's a debate about pineapple. Let's see. Clinton, I love you, brother, but why would you want? I just muted you guys while you were out there, so. All right. Looks like.
Got a puppy here in line. Okay. Why would you want pineapple flavor rum?
I like some of the flavored rums.
I like pineapple. I'm a big fan of pineapple.
Pineapple. Robin from the Big Blogs Neat has good rum content on her journey to bottling her branded rums.
Yeah, I like her channel.
I'll have to go check that out. I don't think I've ever seen any of her stuff. Cool.
Yeah, the name of the channel, you wouldn't know the distiller because it's just called This Blog is Neat.
I like that though. A little undercover.
All right, where's the jar? Oh, we're good on the jar.
Yeah.
Making rum is not as easy as people make it out to be. Yeah, I think rum is one of the tougher spirits to distill, for sure.
Got our local professional videographer here. I see him laughing at our lights.
Dude, y'all are funny how much y'all like ghetto rig stuff to work. I mean, it works though.
Yeah.
That's an iPad holder, not a screen holder.
Right.
It works.
Humble beginnings here, brother.
Do you see all the tape on our tripod?
I tell my friend about it all the time. Joe.
That's a guy in the chat.
New guy here again. What would be a good first time liquor? You should
Just straight corn liquor, sugar wash is the easiest to start with.
You should make a sugar shine. Everything outdoors, you can go to stillandtheclear.com and you can look at the super simple beginner kit, which is cracked corn, sweet feed. You bump it with sugar. Comes with data yeast. It's very simple, very easy.
Comes with complete instructions and guide sheets to help you learn other aspects.
That's a good one.
Oh, I don't even think my mic is on. No.
Oh, no, then
Oh, no, it isn't. What's on?
they're probably picking you up on mine. Yeah, Joe makes a good point. You should first run vinegar and water through your new Vivo and then a sugar wash. Yeah, so we have a dedicated feints run that we're just not running anymore that we only use for cleaning runs. But yeah, you should definitely blow some steam, blow some vinegar through your still. If you're going to use vinegar, don't run it inside your house. If you're going to just blow a bunch of steam through it, safe there, but each their own. You're probably better off running a vapor run. Later, Joe. You're probably better off from doing a vapor run and then doing like, well, you're not going to have any feints, but you could just go get some like gem clear and water, proof it down to 40, and then blow it through.
Do a sacrificial run.
It's a sac run. Yes, sir. I got the link from the guy with the beard in his last video. Do both of us, brother.
Maybe he's saying your beard doesn't really count yet.
Oh man, what the hell? Come on, dude. I'm good in there.
Your beard has been coming in nicely.
You can barely see my neck at this point. Or my
Sternum.
sternum. My chest skin.
Clinton does sack runs with Gallo wines.
Long beard, sorry.
You get a free 4-liter bottle with that wine. Yeah, that's awesome.
Gallo wines.
When Song says LOL, they look at each other.
The distinguished gentleman with the long beard would be Mr. Cyrus himself, aka Still in the Clear. I wonder how many people, like I've never really sat back and thought about this, but it did come up the other night. I was in Frayed Knots Facebook Live, and we got to talking about you because everyone that knows me probably from you and us doing stuff together. And so, but we got to talking about you, and I was like, man, I wonder, it came up, like, how many people do you think Cyrus has led to the hobby of distilling and moonshining and stuff like that? And I was like, probably thousands. I don't know.
Any idea?
Thousands easily, because it happens. There's a few new ones that hop in here in the chat every week. So,
Yeah.
I mean, before that, just on the YouTube, just crazy.
I was looking at the analytics today. The YouTube channel has crossed over the 3 million view mark
Ooh,
Pretty
that's
cool.
crazy.
for the channel.
Pretty cool.
That's
all
awesome.
videos combined. Yeah,
That's awesome.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. I was kind of up on myself this week. Had a TikTok that went for over 25,000 views. And I was like, oh, that's great.
Hell yeah.
3 million, it would be like, I'd be pulling up in a limo, not even speaking to you. Be like,
Call my assistant.
yeah. Why don't you get with my people on that, huh? No. I will never change.
Winsong says he called you distinguished. That's a new one.
Heavily Glass Barrel says, I remember watching Cyrus videos and having to come back to them once I better understood what I was doing.
Yeah, that's all of us.
Yeah.
Like, I've revisited so many different kinds of videos. Yeah. From
watch
old
George, back them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that was kind of one of the guys that you started.
I watched a ton of his stuff.
Yeah. I'd like to.
When I found distilling stuff on YouTube, I was like, what?
This is on here? Long ways from the homestead videos.
Yeah, Terry's been around for a while if he watched my homestead videos. Oh, yeah. I have to admit, I found guys about a month ago, found probably you guys about a month ago, but have been watching 3 other guys. I'm sure you guys know. Yeah. Probably Stillett is one of them. Probably George. Probably
maybe Philbilly.
Philbilly or Bearded and Bored. Because those guys always come up if you're searching.
Which one's the Australian guy?
Stuff. That's Stillett.
Stillett.
Yeah.
He's a pretty popular guy on YouTube. Yeah. Richard, what's up, brother?
Richard's in. Oh, that's another thing we got. I
forgot about that. Yeah. We got some samples.
What?
We got traveled over here.
We got some samples.
Oh, that's cool.
We have any clean shot glasses?
Butane 1000.
Yeah, back there's some wash. I dirtied up a few earlier, giving those samples out to some guys who came by, trying some things. I love how everyone knows about Richard's chickens. It's been an ongoing internet project that everyone's kind of following. Richard's chickens. Let's try Richard's stuff. He dropped off some samples for us.
We've got
I like those little jars.
white corn, and I don't remember. Richard, remind me what this is. White corn and can you read it?
Osage?
No, wasn't Osage. Orange? I don't remember.
Argentine orange.
Argentine. No,
Argentine orange. This is 108.
And this is the same stuff, but it's a sour mash.
Sour mash. How do we want to do this?
I'm gonna pour a little bit in all 3. Okay.
Joe Klein asked, "Is it okay to use a full packet of clarifier made for 5 gallons on a 3-gallon batch?"
Yeah, we just recommended a guy. We sell 1 gallon and 5 gallon packs of the Chitazol and Ketosan. Chitazin and
Kesazol.
Hold on. All right, take 3. Chitazin and Kesazol. And that was close enough. Yeah, so we sell them in 1 gallon batches and 5 gallon batches. If someone's going to use, honestly, before I've taken a 5 gallon packet and I've kind of eyeballed half of it over into a 1 gallon for each part. I mean, you're probably fine putting the whole thing in there, but. All right, so this is the white corn sour mash.
White corn, sour mash.
It's got a nose on it.
And something or other orange.
Argentine
orange.
Got a nose on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have thought. Corn liquor with orange flavor in it. I mean, it's not.
That's not the orange.
They're both orange. One's sour, one's not.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering. I was like, why am I getting citrus in here?
Just a little bit in there.
That makes more sense.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
He also said this is...
It'd be a good candidate for aging, I think.
He didn't proof it down. This is... After he blended, this is what it came out at. 116 on this one.
116. This is 108 on this other one we haven't tried yet.
Oh, Argentine orange is it?
Richard,
this would be really good in like a 7-Up. Like if you want to make a mixed drink.
Oh, yeah,
this would be good in a 7-Up.
That would be...
Or a Sprite.
That would be nice. Something a little bubbly, a little shot of lemony citrus in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could also see it being a pretty good candidate to try to age and see like what does this acidity do when it's on wood.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I like that. Very different.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Richard. I like this one. Argentine orange is a type of corn. Okay.
Is it really?
That's interesting.
There it is.
And
You just pulled it
I'm
up.
sticking by the fact that it seems
It's
like
still
it's got a
citrusy. I don't
little
know where-
citrusy kind of like.
It could be a psychological thing. We
Maybe
were
it's a sour.
imagining
I don't
oranges.
think
Maybe
it's
it's
a
maybe it's a
psychological-
sour mash
Maybe.
doing it.
I mean, that's definitely like what do they call that when you take part of the peel?
Zest. Yeah, zest.
Ooh, yeah,
It's very much got a
zesty.
kind of like a zest in it.
Let's try this other one. Richard,
Richard says that's the plan. It's for a barrel.
Richard, I've noticed is pretty proficient in the cuts area of. Like, I don't ever taste his stuff and think like, oh, I'm getting tails or I'm getting nuts pretty consistently.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, he started. He tightened up on his cuts for sure.
Yeah. I like the nose on this one better. A lot mellower. I'm just chalking that off.
Yeah, that's
Sour
probably-
mash though, but
well and proof.
eight proof
108 to
different. Yeah, I mean, I
116.
guess it is. There you go, brother. Yeah, I would really want to see this on a barrel, Richard.
No running with meat cleavers when distilling. Distilling.
The nose.
Yeah, way better nose on this one. Not that the other one was horrendous or anything. It just had a little bit of a
Stings the nostrils.
stings the nostril.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's followed by a much smoother.
Yeah, I'm liking the. Yeah, it's definitely smoother, and that's proof is a lot of that, but I like the flavor of that one better. I think.
I'm thinking.
The sour.
I like this other one. Thinking I like this other one. Now
We need a tiebreaker, Adam. Which one do
I
you like
lean
better?
towards the latter.
This one also.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Yep.
Now, I would be interested too if you have enough of it. If you were to blend the two, what would that be like?
What would that be like?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and I
they're going to get blended together probably and barreled. He says.
poured them all. Yeah, I think that would be nice because I liked both. I like both, and I think if you were to kind of blend them together and age them, here's the thing too: like you get done aging them, like it's going to be so different.
What was this one? What went into this?
They're the same. They're the same mash. One of them got sour mash. One of them's a sour mash,
I see.
meaning it got another generation.
I see. Cool.
Yeah, and this one came off. This one's 8 proof less than the first one.
Okay.
Which I know when you say it like that, doesn't think it would make a big difference, but it kind of does.
I think there's a barrier. I think there's a barrier around 110.
Sub 110, there's a big difference.
I've,
Sub 100,
I mean,
there's a big difference. I mean,
it doesn't make a lot of sense to think that 111 and 109 would be that much difference, but it just seems like there's a line right there to me.
I could
As far-
definitely,
As far as the taste.
Yeah,
if you gave me a 110, a 100, a 90, and an 80, I feel pretty confident that I could hit like this is this, this is this, this is this.
yeah.
I don't know that. That'd be another.
There's only so many
That'd be
receipts.
an interesting little blind
Yeah.
palate test
Yeah,
type
yeah.
situation, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would imagine there's only so many receptors on your tongue that could perceive alcohol like at a certain amount.
If you
And then
proved
beyond that, it's like you get other flavors on your tongue, you know?
if you proved the same, the same run at 110, 100, 90, and 80, I feel pretty confident I could hit 4. I might not.
Yeah.
I may not be able to. But I feel like if I was going to miss it, it would be the 80 and the 90, because I do feel like right at that, there's something about right at that 100 mark where it's, you can tell there's like a switch that flips. And I don't know if it's the same switch that flips that you can light 101 on fire and then 99 is not going to burn.
Right.
But there's definitely a line in there somewhere.
Could be.
Richard had good teachers, lots of help along the way. Well, I was happy to help you almost single-handedly throughout, your whole.
I think it's great that you are giving Zach full credit.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate that, man. Nah.
Joe says jar's getting close. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the heads up.
One, two, three, shoot. It's always 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Jason says he turned the burner off. Crawfish is soaking. Hot diggity dog.
You do it the same way I do it. I get the thing up to a rolling boil. Like get my potato. Now, I will say I do this a little bit different. I'll get potatoes, onion, corn, veggies, all the citrus, all the stuff, poured off in there. Get my pot seasoned. Cook my potatoes. I do pull them off with. I add the corn in last. I'll switch them over into a cooler, and then I dust them. I do dust them. Not everyone does that. And I leave them be, and I let them continue to kind of steam in the cooler. And then I put the tails in, and I let the pot get back up to a boil. And the second it gets back up to a boil, I shut it down and cover it, and I let it sit. So maybe we do it the exact same way. Duke, you're welcome, brother. I'm glad that I could help you out in your distilling journey, and I appreciate you giving me the credit for.
It's surprising that he's been doing it most of his life, and he's learned most of everything in the last 3 months.
You can make big jumps, You can find the right guy. Yeah. Pure Poison said, fashionably late, covered in chicken shit and lime. Teach me something I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Joe has started the guessing at 134. Flatland, 118. Joe, 110.
Jason, I only dust.
Jeffrey Bed in the house.
I only dust the veggies. I only dust the veggies because I don't allow them to soak like I do the tails. I do not dust the tails anymore. There was a time. There was also a time where I used to purge them and try to get the poo-poo out of them before I learned that was just a bunch of bullshit. Do you do that? Do you do that, Jason? Do you pour salt on them?
Oh, are we just skipping that part now?
We don't do that anymore.
You ever watch that? What's his name?
108, 119.
Put that on a cracker,
Put the
dude.
stale cracker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that on a cracker, dude.
I like that guy.
Seems cool.
Yeah.
Former Louisiana State Police.
Yep.
And now he's not.
No, he's not.
I don't know the story.
He got fired.
Right.
He got his job. Also, that was proven to be like they shouldn't have done that, and they rectified it. But yeah,
I like his whole bit. I like his channel.
he's a cool dude.
Yep.
Also, he hammers beers.
Yeah.
He hammers.
I watched him
beers,
at like
dude.
Deer Camp or something recently doing something, and
He
he
gets
was having a party.
Dude, that guy's a little fun machine, dude.
Yeah.
No
Pure
trouble.
Poison. That was Clinton. Clinton gifted you a membership earlier in the live, brother.
Bill Clinton. Lost your chat.
Oh no.
There it is.
Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna lose it again. All right.
How do you read the bubbles? That's years of experience. I mean, the bubbles can no, like there's a legitimate.
there's a legit way to do it.
Yeah.
I've never taken the time to really figure it out.
I don't really pay too much attention to the bubble. Some people get real scientific about the size of the bubbles and how quickly they dissipate and try to gauge proof based off of, those two factors. But I don't know, it's kind of a novelty, honestly. I mean,
it's kind of cool, but
it's kind of cool.
I have a hydrometer.
People like it.
I have a hydrometer, so
Yeah.
I've never worried about it.
I also like what you tell people when they come in and they're like, you're trying to get them to use a hydrometer or learn a hydrometer.
Mm-hmm.
Trails and proof, and they'll kind of give you, I learned from the old timers and they didn't ever, and you're always like, if they had it, they would have used it. They would have liked it.
My granddad never used one. It's only because he didn't have one.
He didn't have one. He would have used it.
I was curious about that, so I Googled it.
Yeah.
So higher proof leads to larger bubbles that quickly disappear. Vice versa, lower proof, smaller bubbles that linger on the surface for longer. It has to do with surface tension.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Alcohol and water having different surface.
Yeah. So why don't you do that? Go grab a jar of that
High proof?
that 197 or 187.
Yeah.
And we'll show them because, you shake the bubble and you will see 3 big bubbles and then no bubbles.
All right, well, just
It's
because
crazy.
this was, you guys guessed this. I have it wrote down on the back, but this is.
Jason says you read the bubbles like Braille.
So there's that. You guys can guess what that is.
Paul says, hey guys, I enjoyed the visit today. I always learn something. It's awesome, brother. We love having you out here. Come back anytime.
Who said that?
Paul Johnson. I don't think you were here.
Oh, yeah. I saw him at the stop sign. I was pulling back in when he was coming out.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Let's see. Well, being as we're not going to look at any proper whiskey, I'm going to watch some paint dry. Getting on for midnight here. Love to you all. See many of you on MFB tomorrow. See you later, Duke. Love you, brother.
All right, bro.
Bye, Duke. Take care, man.
Everything Outdoors says 80 proof.
Ooh.
Then a 180, and then a 120, and then a 170.
Yeah, we need to read that off. I'm going to go back. 624 was the first.
Oh, was that? Oh, yeah, this one.
I believe so.
This one was 119.
Got too many jars for guessing. Huh?
119. Collector Rick's Honeybees. 119.
Rick got it again. That's like 4 of them he's
Get
got.
that thing.
Yeah.
Man.
Not playing around. All right. So what do you guys think this one is?
Everything Outdoors says 1 is 80 and 2 is 160.
Hatfield is near 180 or over.
It's a good guess. It's a really good guess.
Moonshine, what's up, brother?
150?
I'm gonna wait till someone hits it, and then I'm gonna let them. Someone's gonna get it, surely. I'm bad at this.
Nah, you're doing fine.
You're good. So that's very close. There was Collector Rick was like super close on this one again. So this jar that's halfway full is 186 proof. Now, what do you guys think this one is?
Yes, the proof. I feel like we're running a TikTok live now.
This is like, yeah, like one of the ASMRs.
Yeah. Right.
I guess we are running a TikTok live.
Hold on, I can do this. Welcome to my Shine Chat. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show. Guess the proof of this jar. So this one, you guys are way off on this. This one was 132. which to be fair would be very hard to like. That's kind of an oddball.
Yeah, I was thinking like
oddball
under
proof.
100, but yeah.
132 on the full jar, 186 on the half full, and then you can like just very clearly see the difference in what, you know, a little bit over 50 proof makes. That one, shake it like super hard, gone like instantly. Smaller bubbles linger for a little bit longer, floating around on there. The camera doesn't even really do it justice, but you can. There's a lot of really small bubbles that are. Oh yeah, there we go.
They just stick around.
Yeah. So there you go. Just kind of a fun. Honestly, I view the bubbles as kind of a novelty. Like even if you're really good, I mean, I don't know though. The master distillers, they do some of these challenges sometimes where they have to proof without a hydrometer.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and so I mean, yeah, I guess if you're well, my hydrometer or my proofing trail's broke, and I gotta just kind of guess here. I would probably just wait to blend, but
I remember. Oh, it's been a couple years back. I think it might have been. If I get it wrong, someone will correct me, but I think it might have been Prohibition 1920, and a TikTok Live did like guess the proof.
Yeah.
Everybody's guessing, and it was just water.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Aquafina.
I mean, I think a novice could ballpark with that method, you know, but to be refined about it, you'd have to have a hydrometer.
You could get you could get dialed in. There are guys that are super dialed in on that kind of thing. And I guess you could be in a situation where your hydrometer breaks mid-run and you don't have another one, or.
Well, I'm sure if you never used a hydrometer and that was all you had, like you would get pretty good at it. I'm sure.
You'd figure it out.
Yeah.
Smart or die. That deal.
Get a little light on the subject back there, Adam.
That's right.
You're glowing.
Like that warm color.
Yeah.
So we got some runs we're going to be doing pretty soon. Can't wait to be messing with the heirloom corn. I think the first one I'm going to do is a bourbon using the blue corn.
Yeah, I like the blue corn.
And I want to do just a straight corn liquor also with the white corn.
Yeah, and I want to do I don't know. I don't think it's not too early to start playing around with this, but I want to do a blend of the red or the butcher, I guess after we kind of maybe see which one we favor, but it's going to be different by the time we do this. So the Jimmy Red or the Bloody Butcher with the blue with either the Trucker's Favorite or the Hickory King. So red, white, and blue mash.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of get all the kinks ironed out of it by about, May to June. So that maybe for 1 month we run like a limited kit of the red, white, and blue kit that you can
that'd be really cool.
Play with it, try to get some of the kinks out of it and see which kind of combination is better, and just do several small batches of
I like it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I would just take a few runs to figure out which corns have the dominant flavors and kind of dial them back a little bit. And
try to get an even blend. Not necessarily an even weight ratio, but a blend that kind of maybe to where you can pick out here's this and there's a little
one
bit
of
of
the others not getting overpowered.
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know what that would look like. I think there's also the chance that 1 pound of any of those is going to just come through super hard and be, have a very dominant flavor, and maybe it's just also don't know what that mash would end up looking like color wise. Probably purple. Yeah. Which I don't like.
Clinton got something interesting here. He says, if you know that 3 pounds of honey in a gallon wort gives you a 1.100 specific gravity, float a stick in water, then in wort, mark the lines, fill in the in-between marks. That'll get you really close.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
Yeah.
He's basically saying make your own hydrometer with very limited range
Yeah.
by putting a stick in water, marking the level line, putting a stick in 3 pounds of honey in 1 gallon of water, mark the line because it'll float higher. So you'll have 2 lines.
Oh, so you know when you put it back in, where it's worked all the way back down to
The stick
just
has a
the
constant
water?
density. The
Yeah,
water
yeah.
has a constant. Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess you would have some issues if you were using it a lot sometimes and then not sometimes because water's going to evaporate out of the stick. So it would change a little bit,
That's
but
true.
wouldn't change a lot.
Yeah.
Wouldn't change a lot.
That's true.
Probably imperceptible, honestly.
Turner brother, thank you. Jeffrey says 3 separate runs for 4th of July: a red, a white, and a blue.
That's cool.
There you go.
And
That's
maybe
not
you
a bad
could-
idea.
Maybe you could just blend them,
I love that.
Or just,
or maybe just drink
you
all
could
3.
be like, here's the red whiskey, here's the white whiskey, here's the blue whiskey. What are you? You a Democrat? You a Republican? Or you independent?
I wonder if you ran I wonder if you ran the red, the white, and the blue, and then you added just a little bit of raw ground into each one. Like, say you did a quart,
Like for pigmentation.
just to pull
yeah.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that the white would do anything, but I think the red and the blue would probably pull a like tinge of color out.
Probably.
Right?
Like
Not
on a
flavor-wise.
bright and sunny 4th of July day, sitting out in there, you could probably
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
dip.
That'd be
I
sick.
bet you could.
Sick, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Clinton says not a gallon of water, a gallon total of water and honey. Yeah.
Oh yeah, purple mash. You can make Purple Heart liquor for Veterans Day. So you could do a red,
All
white,
kinds of ideas.
red, white, and blue mash that turns out purple for. Oh man, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Turner Shine. See you later, brother. Thanks for being in the live.
Not 1 gallon of water, 1 gallon total of water plus honey. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Joseph Baker's throwing an 85 in there. Joseph, brother, you may, if you're watching this, you may be a little behind on your chat. You can sometimes pause them, not even realize it. If you'll go down to the bottom of your screen and hit that little roller bar, catch all the way back up. You may be a little behind.
Yeah, I think so. Stick and a fishing line and a small rock. Oh, there you go, too. There, stand that thing up. I think Clinton's a thinker. Clinton's a thinker.
Oh,
He's
hell
methodical.
yeah.
He's methodical with it.
Yeah, he is.
You can tell, like myself, for example. I'll lump myself into this category. I'm a big dumb animal. Okay, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box. I like to do
Hey.
things and just see what happens.
Hey, don't sell yourself short.
Just kind of like to, just Neanderthal my way through problems. And then you got your Clintons who will kind of methodically think out and deduce and reason.
Hell yeah,
But
dude. Love to meet Clinton.
yeah, he's a very with it, kind of astute student of the craft for sure.
Yeah.
Very well read, especially in rums.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just click the live option on far left of the video. We'll catch. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Where's the membership button? That is the join button. It doesn't seem to be showing up on the YouTube app for iOS. But if you go to YouTube on your browser, it will be right around where the subscribe button is. It just says join. Underneath the video or right there, around the subscribe button, it'll say join.
Dude, check out that comment from Clinton. My granddad's brother on my mom's side designed and created the big tractors that NASA moves rockets, shuttles to launch pads. Family of tinkerers.
I love that.
Okay,
man.
so he came into it honestly.
So you were born into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really
yeah.
cool, man. I
Yeah,
love
that is sweet.
That's pretty dope.
I mean, I would love to be able to tell people, yeah, my great uncle designed
Yeah,
tractors for
great
NASA.
What is the name of the heat-seeking missile most popularly used by the American military? This may be a Google thing if you don't.
The
Tomahawk. I don't even know. I don't know crap about any of that.
Hellfire. Okay, I think it's Hellfire.
I think it's Hellfire.
I don't want to misspeak, but my stepmom's dad created the ordnance chip inside that thing that tracks via heat other like planes and stuff. He worked for Texas Instruments for years, and then he developed this chip and did this thing, and so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
It's like kind of neat. I think it's a Hellfire, but I don't want to be wrong about that. What came up?
They've got all kinds, buddy.
Oh man, what was
Stinger, Javelin.
If you say it, I'll know it.
Sidewinder.
What was like with the first? What was the first heat-seeking missile?
Hellfire is one of them.
I think it was the Hellfire. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to misspeak. I don't want to disparage his legacy, but I'm pretty sure that was the one.
Everything outdoor PA. Super stickers or super chat?
That's the iOS thing.
That's a question.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're we'll go through this real quick. If you're on an Apple phone or a tablet with the memberships, you don't have the option to purchase them or accept them. You have to go into like a Google Chrome browser or something like that off Safari, or maybe just out of the YouTube app. I don't even know that Safari wouldn't work, but there's some kind of conflict between YouTube and the App Store or the Apple Store, and so yeah.
That's interesting. Duke hopped back in just to say my father designed stills for Diageo, which they make like Bailey's and Guinness and like all of those.
That's sick.
Yeah. It's a rock.
Born into it. And then he said good night. He's like, all right,
good night.
Just want to drop that on y'all.
Yeah, just so you know.
See you later.
Want to make sure we're new in case you
Kind
didn't.
of flex on you bitches real quick.
That's pretty cool, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's talked to me before about how his dad would travel around distilleries and working for like, I don't know, chemical companies or something. I don't remember all of it.
That's neat.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we're in our own little world of distillation, but yeah, there's like a lot of companies out there that aren't doing distilling stuff or making fun stuff. They're making chemicals.
What's going on, Donnie, rather?
Donnie,
welcome to the chat.
House. What's up, brother?
Clinton's gift to me turned me green without me doing anything. Brother, you should consult a doctor. You should go get that looked at.
Not good to turn green. Clinton says gifted memberships last for 30 days. Indeed. Clinton has been a huge gifter for the channel.
Yeah.
Winston says the Duke doesn't go to bed when he says he does. He hides in the shadows and spies.
Commented right back lurking. Still in here.
Still watching.
Can't put it down.
Let's try the lemon blueberry. Lemon blueberry mead. If you were in the live, we made it during the live.
You want to grab a glass?
I don't know.
Yep.
3 or 4. There should be 3 glasses there.
Oh. The
3
he's
or
behind this giant jug of moonshine. Missed it.
3 or 4 months ago we made this. I think I don't remember, but on my browser, send me back here. I'll try the computer later. All right, brother. It's for all you Apple lovers. There you go. Collector Rick's Honeybees. Welcome to Stillhand. I thought he was already at.
I thought he was too.
Hell yeah.
But welcome.
Welcome in. If you are, I thought you were already.
And also, I think it just rolls another 30 days, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so
that's a good point.
Like you can buy technically a lot of them, I think, maybe. I don't know. And it just is several months in advance that you would.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Can you reach?
Yeah.
There you go, bro. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Look at that color.
All the, this is by far one of the prettiest meads that just like a dark blood ruby red.
The camera's really not doing it
It's
justice.
not. Here, get a
We
little
can do a
zoom.
little tight
Get
shot
a little
here.
tight shot here.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. I can zoom in even further if we like. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, right there.
That's nice.
And
I don't remember the recipe, but I think it was
we're just tied in on the buys here.
it was lemon concentrate. It was 2 pounds of blueberry, all in a gallon with 2 pounds of honey. I think that's what the recipe was. We can go back and look.
What did the guy in the red shirt do to get sat in the corner? That is the Yatum, and he is possibly the only reason the production of this show is what it is. But I would say maybe the only reason.
The only reason that I even exist in the corner is, anyway.
Yeah, so he handles all the production, engineering, whatever. I don't even know what you call it. I'm so not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's sitting across the table from us,
Yep.
behind the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Over
he's got
there.
a little camera facing him, laptop camera facing. Or I don't know how you're doing it over there.
Yep. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in the red shirt, otherwise known as the Atom.
That's it.
The Yatum.
Yatum.
Mm-hmm.
What's the proof on this?
That was it was like 12.
Really?
It was a higher one, right?
Yeah, I think it was about 12%. So
It hides it really well.
24 proof. Oh.
Yeah, it's the lemon that hides it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Acidity usually.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's all the way dry. So it kind of speaks to, because normally when it's drier, you can pick up on the alcohol easier than you can if I dumped a bunch of sugar in there and kind of covered it up a little bit. So for me, it kind of speaks to the quality of the mead. It's rare that you get one that's like super, super pretty, but 2 is left dry and tastes awesome.
Yeah. And this
At that high of an ABV.
this is really good. So this is not really a tasting for me because
We've hammered a few of these.
we had some day before yesterday, but
Been hard to stay out of.
really good. Really, really good. Be making this one again for sure.
Did you tell me that you had Viking blood somewhere over there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to have that sometime.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll
I haven't had
bottle
anything
that
with
up.
flour in it, like
Yeah.
flowers in it.
Well, that Viking blood does not have the
Hibiscus.
hibiscus in it.
Okay. It has
Gotcha.
ginger though.
It's just a straight cherry and honey.
Oh, cherry honey. Okay.
Honey
gotcha.
cherry, yeah. It looks wild when it's first starting to ferment.
Yeah,
Looks like a lava lamp.
that's cool.
Outdoor PA says, "Oh, thought maybe he spilled the mash."
Made that Viking blood of y'all's. Poison, how'd it turn out, brother? Poison's a big winemaker, big mead guy. Like that's I watched some of his videos over on TikTok, and he's mainly kind of a wine maker, which I sympathize with. I like it.
Winsong says, "I'm the one who spills everything." I do a lot of spilling. That's
I spill as much as the next guy. I feel like I definitely take part in a lot of spillage, either by way of ignoring mason jars or
Yeah.
I'd pour into a proof jar.
spill it down my throat. Winsong also says, "Size this distinguished one." So, in case you guys didn't know, I'm Cy. Obviously, the distinguished one.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious to everyone.
Daddy?
Zach is good for a few spills too.
Yeah, dude, I'm spilled with the best of them, brother. I'm no stranger to spillage.
Yeah.
What is that? I mean, I dumped like a whole bottle of wine out one night over here. I can't remember what that was. This was like 3 or 4. This was like the 3rd or 4th like set down live that we ever did, and I was like, remember? Because I think there was a TikTok way back where I'm like,
Just knock the bottle
we
over.
haven't had any. We've been doing great tonight, and then I like motion my arm over.
Yeah, literally like 2 seconds later.
2 seconds later, spilled like something.
Yeah.
But think about this, Winsong San, not to be confused with Uncle Si. If you are Uncle Si, that makes Winsong, what's the wife's name? Miss K.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
She doesn't look like Miss K at all, though.
Much prettier.
Right.
Well, not to disparage the wonderful Miss K, but
Not at all, but-
Winsong's, beautiful lady. I don't want to, get anything mixed up there, but they do not look alike.
It's apples and oranges, perhaps.
That is apples and oranges. That's correct.
Winsong's probably a foot taller.
Yeah.
And, I'm not shitting on Miss K here, okay? But she's, maybe Miss K has a couple 100 pounds on Winsong. I don't mean it like that. Okay, listen.
How did you mean
A
that?
couple 100 was too much, and I don't mean that because I think they're a wonderful family, and the last thing I want to do is just shit all over in his face.
Oh
like
my
a really
God.
nice lady. They just don't look like. All right, let's go to commercial break here or something. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
How's your foot taste?
God, that was bad.
Right.
I don't mean it. This was satirical.
Alert.
Danger, Zach Robinson. Danger. That's awesome.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so probably one more intermission.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, we'll swap this jar, and then probably be done by like 7:45.
Yeah, I'll be very curious to see what jar number 6 there comes off at. Still running, good clip. Still is. Also, before we go to break, pretty big shout out here to Mile High. This still is super consistent. Like, it's like you get the heat to where you want it. And maybe it's because the system is so contained and there's like not as much space just right out of the pot. And so it's very easy to just get leveled out. But like the drip rate and everything is staying super solid. The first 3 jars running off within 1 proof of each other, hitting 124 to 119. So I'd be very curious to see what this 6th jar comes off at, because if we've done our math right, based off of the ABV of what we put into the pot, we should be pretty close after this last jar as far as staying up above 100. That said, I think we are going to run to the tails a little bit. We'll probably stick around until about 7:45. But we're only human. We must take bathroom breaks.
That's true.
We must, we're sitting here slamming garage beers and Mead and...
Yeah, they don't have the luxury of being able to
Richard.
just get up whenever they want.
Yeah, dude. Maybe we should come up with like a catheter system, like under the table, so we just
Catheter's
never
easy.
even have to stop.
Yeah, I think you should definitely do that.
All right, well, we're going to look into that during this break. We'll get back with you, report our findings, but you should take this time to refill that beer, refill that bourbon glass, take a bathroom break yourself, and we'll be right back.
So what are we running tonight?
Little Grape Brandy for the boys.
Little Grape Brandy. This is grape wine made from concentrate juice. We've done a lot of workshops, and we do this simple little recipe for folks. Just grape concentrate, make wine for the first time, and we ended up with like 5 gallons of this stuff that we just did during workshops.
Yep.
And we're going to put it all in the still. Zach has already racked it off, got rid of the sediment, the yeast cake, and all that. We're just going to dump it in the still. We're going to run it on the Mile High 8-gallon with a copper torpedo, and make some more brandy. So we've been doing quite a bit of brandy lately.
We've been in brandy mode, yeah.
I don't do a lot of brandy, so it's been kind of nice that you've been doing a lot, because I'm always doing this.
I'm pretty partial to them. I like a nice brandy, and I tell people this all the time. A lot of times I'll take a wine, it's like, it's good, nothing wrong with it. Be happy to, hand it out to somebody. But man, when you run one of these brandies, it's just like it takes a okay wine up to like a really nice spirit, and man, I enjoy them.
All right, so let's get it. Beautiful. Roll that beautiful. Nice color. talk about the giveaway.
Free grain for a year.
Anybody gonna pass that
How
up?
you gonna beat that? How you gonna beat it? You're not.
I've never won free grain for a year.
I've never won anything meaningful of any sort.
Right. So this is awesome. We are giving away grain for a year. We want to give one of our great customers grain every month for 12 months.
Free grain delivered to your house every month for a year. All you got to do is go to stillingtheclear.com, make a $50 purchase. Each additional $50 purchase you make is going to get you another entry at your chance to win free grain for a year of your choosing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not a surprise box of grain where you don't know what you're getting.
Not some shit we got just hanging out in a bag.
You're going to tell us what you want.
You
want
pick it.
10 pounds of corn, or do you want a bourbon kit?
Maybe
or
you want some barley.
Maybe you want both.
Maybe you want some malted wheat.
Yeah,
Maybe you want a little sweet feed, crimped oats, heirloom corn.
right.
Whatever you want.
That's right. So, stillingtheclear.com/shop. Spend $50 or more. You're automatically entered into the drawing. We're going to be drawing the winner April 3rd,
April
Thursday
3rd.
night during the live stream.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you enter. Hope you win.
Good luck. Love that little karate kick at the end of that video.
Is that in there?
Yeah, it is.
Y'all didn't know I was that flexible, did you?
I
Reach up there
didn't.
and grab somebody real quick. Joe Damari, okay, I still cannot find the membership option. This $sign next to my chat box just gives me options for stickers and chat bubbles. Am I just blind? Joe, if you are operating on an iPad or an iPhone, you have to get out of there. You got to go to like a Google Chrome, open up YouTube, and that could be your problem. I don't know. I'm not super.
I think that's, like, when I did the research on it, that's what it is. Apple products don't show the join button. Normally right next to the subscribe button. And also, like, if some a subscription, you can't hit the accept button either.
Yeah.
Got to be Google Chrome browser supposed to work.
I'm checking it out.
Joe says, "Oh yeah, I'm on iPad."
Yeah, you definitely can't use the app. But I'm having an issue with the browser also.
And then they're talking about a little blue spruce gin alternative to juniper for allergy reasons. That's pretty awesome.
Mic issue. Oh,
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm on. Yeah, the iPad.
Okay, so if you are
Jar.
on
You're not wrong. Here we go.
yeah, jar check.
1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Damn. Win one tonight.
I'm not sure if I can show you this. I hope
Golly,
you're
that's a
tech
sweet
savvy
smelling
in this
jar there.
sense. But okay,
Look at that smell.
I'm gonna try and show you what I'm looking at from the Safari app, the Safari
bad, yeah.
browser. So I've got the stream pulled up, and down at the search bar,
Uh-huh.
if you will hit this guy,
What is that? What is that? An ad?
I'm gonna hit that,
That bald man.
and then you're gonna hit the little three dots, and that's gonna pull up a huge menu. Near the top, it's gonna say Request Desktop Site. You're gonna click that, and then it's gonna look like it should look like a desktop website.
I feel like I'm learning
And
something.
then once
here.
you're there, right there next to the channel, it's going to say join and subscribe. You just click join. So if you are on mobile, you need to request a desktop site version of YouTube. And certainly don't use the app. The app just won't help you. Well, yeah, Clinton, I wanted to just show you like screenshots of what I was doing, but it was all on mobile, and I don't know. I could have saved screenshots and showed you, but That seemed quicker.
Yeah, we maybe should do like a quick 30-second intro on just like a screen share video that just shows like maybe you talking them through it, or if it's easier, one of us talking them through, like, and then just literally a video screen recording of that.
Yeah, so like I could do that right now. I mean, I could just do web search and show you guys the stream.
Oh yeah, 120, 140, 108.
So it is right here. You must be on the desktop version of YouTube. So if you're on mobile, it's just in your browser settings to request a desktop site. You find the join button there. That is the money.
Show me the money.
So do a little house cleaning real quick to remind people, and for those who are new in the chat, don't know, we are putting on a housekeeping.
Yeah.
Putting on a Moonshine Festival.
The shit
Like I just roll past that bullshit.
The shit I just pick up on for no reason.
Yeah. Moonshine Festival, October 4th, called Shine On Festival.
Shine On Festival, baby.
We're going to have artisans. We're going to have lots of moonshine stuff. People, vendors for grain and stills and barrels and who knows what all. And food vendors, food trucks, musicians. We got a massive area for the stage and got
VIP tent.
Yeah, VIP tent.
Awesome food.
We also have heirloom corn.
Shine your light on me.
You can go to shineonfestivals.com for tickets. If you're interested in being a vendor, come on out. So just a little bit of info. We haven't talked about that, and wanted to throw that out there. We got to update that. We do have a new sponsor.
We have a new sponsor, and we have some changes and additions to the band. So we've added more live music, and we are currently trying to contract kind of a bigger name that you guys would all probably maybe know if you like country music. But I'll wait until we get everything finalized. I'm
Ghost
tired
of Waylon Jennings.
So the
that would be sick.
yeah.
We could get a hologram of Waylon
Hologram of
Jennings.
Waylon Jennings.
That'd be sick,
That would
dude.
actually be
How much
sick.
money would that cost?
I don't know.
It could be cheap.
The way technology is
probably
going
pay
these
it.
days.
when we decided, hey, we're going to do this festival thing, we're going to actually commit to it.
Yeah.
Of all the things that I thought were going to be difficult, getting a band to commit was not one of the things I thought was going to be difficult.
It's just a different world.
It is a different one.
Contracting and like,
and you're dealing with artists, like real artists.
Well,
and artists are flaky.
and sometimes
I
you
married one. I know.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes like you'll contract a guy, and then like something will happen, and just no longer. You're just out of it.
It was a thing, and now it's not a thing.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
We will not delve into. But anyway, we're working it out, that part of it. We have the good news is we have so many awesome. I mean, I'm trying to think about. So from your guys' perspective, if I was like listening to someone like me who's throwing an event, and they were sitting there thanking their sponsors and they were grateful for their sponsors, I would just kind of go, oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But like from our shoes, the sponsors that we have and that we've locked in, like I could not express how much gratitude.
Absolutely.
Because also like we're a first time festival, and so that's a lot of people are leery to kind of attach themselves to that, and they're like, are you going to be successful? Are you going to do this? Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
So the fact that we've gotten the amount of support in terms of money and just all the other kinds of support from these sponsors is huge. Like, I couldn't thank them enough. Like, I'm super glad that it worked out. I'm super glad too we're working with who we're working with.
Yeah,
because they're very on brand, very supportive, very good people, and like that's been really fun.
Yeah, that part of it's working out really well.
We've had a lot of fun,
tackling that side of the event. So yeah, looking forward to it, and also looking forward to, I mean, really seriously, the one thing that I'm looking forward to most for the entire festival is seeing all the people that we talk to pretty consistently online that I've never got to meet in person. The aspect of getting to meet a few of them and have them come to the festival is like,
yeah, it's really cool.
I'm going to be seriously overjoyed. I know I joke around a lot, like I kid a lot, you know, but like meeting some of you guys that are able to come is going to be the highlight of the whole deal for me.
Yeah.
We're hanging out with you guys every week here online, and you guys get to see us, but we never get to see you. So I don't know. I just think it'll be pretty cool.
I think it'll be awesome.
Someone mentioned Willie Nelson, so I took the liberty to Google how much he costs.
Let me take a guess. Can I take a guess?
Sure, bud.
I'm going to go $250.
Double that.
5. Really?
At minimum.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Hey, why not?
And he's earned it.
Why not?
And he's 90.
Yeah.
He's
And he's been doing
feller.
it for a minute.
He's
Willie
an old
Nelson
feller.
is my favorite artist, period, of all time.
He's incredible. A lot of people don't really think about like the 1950s Willie Nelson.
No, they
Right.
don't think about clean cut Willie Nelson.
Right.
They're thinking about
Pre-outlaw Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
They're thinking about early 1980s long-haired Willie. They're not thinking about clean cut Willie who got busted with half a joint outside of a show in Nashville, Tennessee. They're thinking about the Willie Nelson we all know and love today.
Which we love him for that as well.
He has an autobiography that I've read.
Oh, did you?
I don't know. I don't, but he has an awesome book, and he's just got a really cool life. Obviously, I mean, 90 years.
Super cool life.
Seen some cool stuff, done some
Smoking
cool stuff.
the stuff with
He got in,
Snoop Dogg.
yeah. He got into tax trouble. Just, I guess, had a bad guy that, you know, wasn't taking care of business, and he got in a hole, and as an older guy, like in his 70s.
Yeah.
And, you know, clawed his way out of that and fought against the U.S. government and is still playing shows. And I saw him at the Amp in Rogers, and I'm telling you right now, got a bandana, got a Willie Nelson bandana. Maybe the highlight of my life. I'll probably tell my my grandkids about that one.
I've never had the chance to see him.
And your grandkids will go, you saw who?
You saw who was
What?
it? And then I'll hit him, and I'll get in trouble. I'll get in trouble, maybe. But that's the lesson you got to learn the hard way as a young player.
There will be some sort of fine by the time you have grandkids for thinking about hitting a child.
Thinking
I hope
about
thoughts
it.
aren't criminalized at
Yeah.
that point. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that they won't.
Yeah, pre-crime.
Jason says, taking a poll on what y'all rather, Fat Tickle, Timu Willie, or Slack and Zach.
Oh, that's a fun
So,
comment.
yeah,
What a cool comment.
Jason's on you.
Fat
What a
Tickle.
cool guy Jason is. Let's
What
get
the
some
hell is
love for
Fat
Jason
Tickle?
in the chat. What a neat thing. Yeah. You didn't have a membership, you'd already be banned, bud.
Joe says she just ordered a barrel, so she's entered again.
I'm just kidding.
Entered again into the contest.
I love that.
Oh, she got a barrel?
She got a barrel.
Oh, cool. Man, Joe's got at least 2 entries, maybe possibly even
I
3.
think she's got like 3.
I think she has 3.
Jeffrey,
God, that would make me ecstatic if Joe won that.
right? Jeffrey's saying maybe he'd do it for a gallon of shine. Talking about Willie, I assume.
Maybe a gallon of something else. I don't know if it's Shine, but actually, probably not that either.
I mean,
You know how many
like,
people are probably
he's probably pretty plugged in.
also like we're not gonna say the W word or the M word because of the TikTok crap, but we have to be careful how we navigate the subject. But I bet that guy has it coming out of his ears.
Yeah, he's plugged.
Yeah.
Everything he wants, whatever he wants.
Joe says Willie is my main man.
Dude, Willie's sick. Redheaded Stranger, story album, my favorite album period of all time. Willie Nelson's my favorite artist, but and that's not even a popular album. It's just I don't have to explain myself to you guys. I like it. Okay.
Good Poison says he could use some of the hydroponics y'all have. Now, we don't have hydroponics anymore.
No.
You're talking about the homebrew center that used to be.
There is some
Grow
stuff in the
fresh
back, but I'm
organic.
not sure what the logistics is on that. If like even if someone was like, I want all this.
Yeah, there's
What we would
there's
do.
lots of hydroponics in the back storage that we don't own.
Yeah.
So
We can make a phone call.
Yeah, I would sell it and then call the owner and say, hey, I sold a bunch of this stuff for you.
How does he know we have that?
He knows what's back there.
Poison?
Oh, I don't know.
He's from Louisiana.
Kind of a good question.
Yeah, brother. What have you been doing, man? You been stalking around here at night? What's going on, brother? Have you been up here before?
You're like, how does he know we have that? I thought you were talking about Paul.
No. I'm talking about the guy that was like, you got all that high stuff in the back. Did you just rat on yourself? Have you been breaking in here at night and just looking around?
Maybe you'd be interested in some of that cash you got to say.
He said, y'all told me.
Oh, we told him.
Oh.
Okay.
Our chat stuck. I just realized. Oh.
Saturday morning.
I forget what we talk about all the time. Stuff comes up in here and people bring up like old conversations and I'm like, whoa, how do you know
Don't
that?
remember.
What is that? Yeah. I kind of black out while we're in here and just yap and don't like I burn pretty much all the conversations about 10 minutes after they happen.
Jason says, y'all just save the time and send Joe a year worth of grains. Remember how she willed it into existence for the Bikini Snow Angel.
Dude, Joe's been paramount in some of the monumental screen time, footage of like what we've done.
Yeah.
Mainly me. Maybe. I live in the country. I have hydroponics. That's neat.
Country?
County. I live in the county.
I mean, I just had to get you back.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, you're right. I don't read too good.
$34 people in the chat on the YouTube channel, 3, 2, and 1 on the others. I'm just thinking like we don't do Facebook. It seems like a waste.
I don't see why not. It's not like we're doing anything.
It's 5 minutes of setup for me. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
That's all it costs. So
Doesn't hurt us on the bandwidth or anything like that.
Plus, how would my mother enjoy
not
our...
anymore.
Oh, does your mom watch there?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes.
Okay.
Right now, I'm.
She may not be.
Well, that makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Whenever
If
you
she's
see
the only one that
two
ever
on
does it.
Facebook, now that's when we have a viewer
That's
on
my
Facebook.
mother. That's my mother in there.
Or Duke sometimes, believe it or not. Like
Duke gets on
Beach's
Facebook?
Distillery, yeah, that's his deal.
I didn't realize.
Um,
I have to go over there and give him a
but
follow.
but
Friend
no,
request.
I'm usually the one Facebook viewer.
Okay.
Almost every week. I don't think we've ever had more than one viewer.
I definitely don't ever see Facebook comments.
I think it would do better if we scheduled it out like a week in advance, like a recurring Thursday stream. But
Maybe
I
we
don't-
should
I
do
don't-
that.
I don't know how to program that.
It's through the Still and Clear Facebook.
Hmm.
How many people you got on there?
Don't know.
I
I'd
don't know.
imagine most of those,
Like,
if
Film the Clear page followers?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd imagine most of those people, if they watch, they're watching
Yeah,
it on
so like,
YouTube.
oh, you mean this? And you're like, I don't know.
Well, I was thinking there for a
Couldn't tell you.
second. I was thinking there for a second. You were talking about the Cyrus Mason.
Oh,
The account
yeah,
page
yeah,
has
yeah.
more.
I got you. Is there a MeWe live?
There's not a MeWe Live. I've sent over the last
3,500
3 years.
You've been
emails.
fleshing that out.
Yeah, I've been sending because they have like MeWe groups that are for people who have suggestions for MeWe, and so many people want MeWe Live.
Fester all day says aloha.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with MeWe. MeWe does not.
I want to know about that name. Sorry.
MeWe does not sell ads. So when you're on MeWe, you don't see any ads. So all of their money comes from people who will sign up for a paid subscription, even though MeWe app is free. And so
What's the paid subscription get you?
it's so like it's like $4.99 a month, and you get a dark screen, so you can go dark instead of white
Oh,
on
really?
your screen.
That's the thing.
And you get like you get some extra perks, but it's not a big deal.
Right.
But like they depend on everybody giving them money to sustain. So when you ask for, hey, let's have a MeWe Live, they're like, hey, let's have a $45 membership. You know, like we got to pay for that.
Yeah, let's build this really involved system to make a live
for
stream for
free.
you.
and not show you ads and not collect your data and not, you know.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It is neat from those aspects too. Like they do seem like from the outside looking in, and I don't know very much about like apps and social media platforms and stuff, but it does seem like from that aspect that they really kind of protect their end user.
Yeah.
And they're
It's the whole thing about
very,
MeWe.
very careful about like, this is what we're mainly about. And that's probably why they don't monetize very much. Or
Yeah, MeWe was always meant to be like a safer, more private alternative to
like
Facebook.
a Telegram of sorts.
I love Telegram.
Telegram's neat. There's some neat
Love
stuff on there.
Telegram.
Poison, of course, brother. I definitely like, so the people, you're super active on TikTok with me, and then you're in here every week. If you're one of the people that are in here every week, like, I can pretty much tell you where everyone that's in here every week is from. Like, Joe, I'll just go off the screen. Joe's from Alabama. You're from Louisiana. Jason's from Louisiana. Clinton is from
Michigan,
Michigan.
isn't it?
That's right. Now, I will say
I'm really not good at remembering where everybody's from.
I get confused. The Michigan folks and the Minnesota folks, the Great Lakes area, I get that wrong. I would say
that's incorrect.
I thought Clinton was from like Ohio. That was what my gut was telling me, but I could be.
I'm terrible at remembering.
Terry is from
North Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina?
North Carolina.
I don't know.
Maybe Clinton's from Iowa. I thought Ohio, but it could be Iowa. I could be wrong.
Clinton says I'm nowhere near the north.
Florida? More middle of the country.
Joe says Clinton is in Michigan. I mean, that's what I said.
That's
We're
what I
wrong.
thought, but maybe we're wrong.
More middle of the country, he says.
I remember handles because, like, every now and then when I get a weird one that comes through, like Fester All Day. That was someone who commented earlier. I want to know, why is that your name? Like, where did that come from? Could be an interesting backstory. And it sticks with me. More middle of the country. Nebraska?
I threw
One of those. I started to say Iowa, but I felt like that was wrong.
I threw my shot. I was wrong. So
I'm going to say Iowa. I'm going to say Iowa or Nebraska. Final answer.
Joe says Clinton's in Colorado. Our chat is stuck too.
I don't think it's Colorado. Anything above Interstate 10 is the north.
I think one of the corners of
Like
four-
Interstate 10 goes through Mobile, doesn't it?
Oh, so he's talking about Colorado,
Yeah, is it New Mexico,
Oklahoma.
Arizona, or those four corners?
Yeah.
Yeah, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Colorado.
And
That's
says
right.
Joe is correct.
It was New Mexico, actually. I love the Addams family, and my buddy asked once if I was going to talk it out with him or just fester all day.
There's a
Oh, that's neat.
there's
okay.
another four corners at Black Mesa, Oklahoma, in the far northwest panhandle.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's another four corners.
Yeah.
It's like Kansas, Oklahoma, Colorado, and
Yeah.
New Mexico. Yeah, New Mexico.
No, Joe's correct with Colorado. Oh, shit, okay.
Man, so like
That's
how
funny.
far,
How that, Glenn?
how far are you from like
Jeffrey-
Ouray?
Oh, Ray?
Ouray.
Yeah.
I want to
like-
go. I want to go there.
I like Telluride. It's very close to Ray. Have you heard Sheen talk about Ray?
No.
He loves it, too.
I've never talked to him about
He
that.
went there with his lady friend. His wife.
Yeah, who he's
I don't know.
married to.
yeah. His wife.
Everything Outdoors PA says never guess where I'm from.
Mm,
I'm going to
Pennsyltucky.
say
Pennsyltucky.
Ontario.
That's crazy.
I'm
that
Southern
you would
Colorado.
consider.
I don't think
anything-
Southern Colorado is where it's at.
Hang on. I don't know geography that well,
Mhm.
but I thought Ouray was in the South Central.
It's 45. I'm trying to think from Telluride. I'm trying to think of places that I've been.
He
It's like
said
45
Ouray's-
minutes from Telluride, so it's.
He did
I
say
think
Four Corners, so like I mean he's like south.
It's like south. Ouray is like south central.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay,
And for your information, Michigan is south of Canada. Just by the way.
that's what I've heard, but I haven't verified that myself.
Totally.
It's South Canada. Well, certainly the Upper Peninsula, man.
Oh, Michigan is South Canada. Okay.
What would
so
our
that-
government's reaction be to Canada, like trying to annex Michigan and being like, they could be our
14th province or whatever. Like the same way we do with Canada becoming the 51st state. Yeah. What would our reaction be? I think it would be.
I mean, my reaction,
swift and stern.
my reaction would be laughter. Like I want to watch that.
I would laugh about it.
I want to watch that happen.
Yeah, I want to get into like a. Well, no, I don't. Never mind. That stuff can seem to get out of hand fairly quickly.
Yeah. So is it lower proof that pull more of the vanillas and caramels, or higher proof? I've heard lower, but there's like many answers out there depending on the wood. So I'm assuming that you're talking about the aging, and I think
There's a line there.
the caramels come from toasted oak instead of charred oak, I think.
Yeah. And as far as the proof, I think that a higher proof is generally better, but I think that you can get to a line where you get such a high proof that it's a detriment to your aging.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like you want a higher proof, right, to penetrate the wood and to pull that flavor out, but I think you can get such a high proof that it's like too much. Like it's the same way that people attack the idea of adding too much sugar into their ferment, whether it be wine or distillation. Like too much of something is not always a good thing.
Our chat's stuck again.
Ray is up north.
Yeah, keep saying that's north. Dead west of my town off of 550 is direct north of Durango. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's a bigger state than I'm imagining.
Colorado is a pretty big place.
It
also
is.
very square. I like
It's
that about it.
highly square place.
Yeah. Very square.
There's a
Very symmetrical.
George Carlin had a bit about Colorado being a prison. Be easy to fence off.
Yeah,
You know?
it would. It would.
I'll trade the Michigan for Ontario. No disparaging comments to the fine folks in Michigan that are in here. We do seem to get a lot of Michigan and Minnesota people in.
Yeah.
We get a lot of Louisiana people as well.
Yeah.
In Colorado.
Yeah, well, I feel like we're heavily skewed to Louisiana, Ohio, Michigan.
Louisiana, Ohio, Michigan, Florida, Colorado.
Well, now you're just naming them all.
That's, I feel like, the most popular. That's like the top. I don't know if that was 5, but that'd be like the top 5.
Yeah.
Richard says, so is it lower proof? Oh, sorry.
We read that one.
Sorry. I started firing off on a comment sometime before I get more than 6 words into it, and it's not always a good thing. I'll try to be better for you guys. I'm just a little antsy on them comment reads. I saw that Depends Dapper there at the end of it, and I was fired up.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Canada. I don't know. Joe's close to Canada, but not in Canada. That's all that matters, brother. We love you. If you were right across that imaginary line, we'd be trying to fist fight you out inside the parking lot of a Hardee's. Yeah, I like this commentary going in there. I like that conversation.
Be arguing with you about the pronunciation of the word about.
I'm way down north here in Florida. Yeah. I love Florida too.
Never been.
What?
I haven't been to lots of the states.
You gotta go to Florida sometime.
Yeah, I'd like to. On the Gulf side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I've always spent. I've never been the other side, actually, so that's my whole experience with Florida.
When Song dropping the MeWe link.
Dang, doing my job for me.
Dude, they're coming to take our jobs.
They're taking their jobs.
All us Northerners with Southern souls. Well, it's not your fault you were born in the wrong part of the country, okay?
What is that? Is that a carpetbagger or a scallywag?
I think a carpetbagger was someone who vacated the South shortly after the Civil War
to rake economical benefits.
Awesome.
A carpetbagger
Sounded like you had to memorize
is
that
the
at some
opposite
point.
of what you said.
Come from the north to the south.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. A person from the northern states who went to the south after the Civil War to profit from the Reconstruction.
Yeah.
Carpetbagger.
Yep. That is an old school slander that I wish maybe could come back somehow.
Yeah, carpetbaggers and scalawags.
You're a scallywag and carpetbagger.
You're just a yellow-bellied scallywag.
You ought to get the yellow fever.
What's the other? Lily-livered?
Lily-livered. Yeah. I love old school put downs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You have those roofing companies up in northern Arkansas come down here during a storm. We should start calling them carpetbaggers.
That's right. That's exactly what they are. Yeah.
Carpetbagging sons of bitches. You ought to all be shot. What's MeWe? Chat channel? MeWe is a social media platform that's predominantly geared around groups. Like, think a Facebook group, but think one that's well moderated and lends itself to helping out beginners. That's the MeWe group, Moonshine for Beginners. Super helpful. A lot of good folks in there. A great admin team that kind of keep everybody respectful and happy, and there's never any drama, which is like completely rare and foreign to social media, it seems like these days. But there's never any turmoil. There's never anyone, it's a good place. Good place for a beginner to learn and not get condescending comments about.
Yeah. If you want to find a group
yourself.
Yeah, if you want to find a group that is very helpful, very patient, very willing to answer seemingly dumb questions, as I think it was you earlier talking about dumb questions, like the folks over there are great. So click one of those invitation links, go join that group. You'll love it. Most of the people in the chat are usually from that group.
Lily-livered is a much bigger insult in this group than normal people. Basically means they can't hold their liquor.
That makes sense.
I'll give you
Lily-livered.
I'll tell you right now, I've honestly never thought 2 seconds about where that term comes from. Just knew it was kind of an old-timey put down. It makes a lot of sense. I didn't know that. Pretty cool. Dude, I heard a good one the other day. So I won't say the family member, but I had an older family member up into their 70s.
Oh no. Here it comes.
Well, okay, and it wasn't. So he said he was describing someone, and he said, "I think they're a little light in the loafers."
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, I haven't heard that in forever.
Yeah, light in the
A
loafers.
little light
Thanks,
in the
Jason.
loafers.
I forget exactly what the context of that is. Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, pull that up.
Etymology.
Okay, well, yeah. It's for the chat. It's this with the hand.
It was just I haven't heard anyone say that in forever, and I instantly started like busting up laughing to the point where they were like,
Yeah, sugar in the tank, as they say. That's what Pure Poison said.
"Yeah, not to, dude." And I want to be completely clear. If I don't care,
You do your thing. Yeah, do your thing.
It's not even that.
Whatever.
You shouldn't say I don't care either. You should just be like, that's just how they are. Like, but
Yeah.
it's just a funny way to hear someone describe another person. It's
It
like
is.
an old time, because it is kind of a put down, right?
It's a put down.
Yeah.
He's a little Latin loafers.
Chump was a good one in the early maybe it was like early 2000, late 90s maybe.
Yeah, chump.
As a chump.
He's a chump.
Where does that come from? What's a chump?
Right. What is a chump?
What is a chump?
I don't know, but it's a good one. Whatever that is, it's a good one.
Where did that come from? Why
Yeah.
did they start saying that? Can we get a Google on
I'm
that?
also going to Google that. Yeah.
70s not so bad. I'll tell you if you want. Do tell, Joe. Do tell. I say that. Matt in that area of the chat was like, I say that.
I say that.
Jar number 7 is just proofed, and this will be the last jar.
Yeah.
I don't find anything good
Grease
on a
the
search
movie.
for chunk.
Nothing there,
They
huh?
say chunk and lump mixed together. What is that word? What is the word for whenever you bring two words together? There's a word for that.
Conjunction.
No, well, you're
I like
close, but it's
that.
not a
I
conjunction.
like that. That was a way better guess than what I was going to throw out.
Oh, Clinton, don't say it. I know you're gonna say it. You're gonna know it.
When two words are mingled together,
Yes.
yeah, ad hominem.
No.
I don't know what that word means.
No,
Ad hominem.
it's not compound. It's not conjunction. There is a word.
Ad hominem is during a debate, you're losing the debate,
Mm-hmm.
and so you just start attacking the person rather than the subject.
Oh, I like that. That's a good tactic.
I'm just gonna have to Google it.
And is that really what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, portmanteau. It's a portmanteau. I'll show you.
Yeah. Who would
It's-
remember that?
It's portmanteau.
Don't feel bad.
I'm going to go out on a
Who would
limb here and
remember
say
that?
I've never heard that word before in my life.
Yep. It's a blend.
Also known as a blended word,
blended
lexical
word.
blend, or portmanteau is a
Yep.
word formed by combining the meanings and parts of two sounds.
Examples, and you'll see.
There's a portmanteau word generator.
You'll know exactly what I'm saying.
Combination of breakfast and lunch, brunch.
Gotcha.
Cyborg, cybernetic organism, affluence, and
So
I'm learning multiple words. Chortle, what's a chortle? A combination of chuckle and snort.
don't just join our live to learn about distilling.
I like that we go
What
over.
are we running tonight? Little grape.
We're going over learn some grammar, learn some English.
Are we gonna talk about English in here?
The back end of different social media platforms. We cover it all, folks. We cover it all. Chump is a knothead.
Yeah, debate strategies,
Yeah.
logical fallacies. Who knows what we might get into?
So like an example of ad hominem would be like, oh, well, I think that the diversity in different economic platforms lends itself to a free market. And then you turn around and you go,
That's dumb.
you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, only a Nazi would think
A
something
real
like
piece
that.
of shit might think that.
Yeah.
I like that. I might start sprinkling that in when someone gives me something that I'm not ready for. Like,
Right.
oh, also, did you think you're a complete asshole?
Right.
Pigeon and Creole is full of them. Yeah.
It's for sure. No one likes you.
No one, you don't have any friends that really care about you. You'll never
Yeah.
find true love. So
Trump is really good at it.
he's the best. I think they're a loser. Okay.
Yeah.
She's fat. Just like
Yeah.
quick, like low hanging fruit of like just attacking someone.
Yeah. She's ugly.
What a dog.
David Anderson says, "Foolish guy who humped a chimp is a chump."
Maybe
There
not
you
so
go.
foolish depending on his options.
I mean, who else was around?
You've clearly never been stranded on an island for several weeks at a time. Neither of you are chumps. Joe, I love you. Okay, I think when this is all over, we should get an apartment together and hang out. You're just
And I've never humped a chimp. So
and I also have never humped a chimp. I want to make that clear. And nor I would never, honestly. I would go out. One, I've never done it, and I never will do it. But
honestly, sounds a little dangerous.
it does sound like you maybe be in a fist fight at the same time that you're trying to do something pretty devious with an animal.
Mm.
Neither of which I want. I don't want to fight a chimp. I feel like they could probably. How many chimps like
You lose. It's that
chimp?
simple.
No, a chimp? I think I'm destroying a chimp.
No, you're
A
not.
gorilla? I'm in trouble.
No.
No, things. Pull a chimp up. Pull a picture
A
of a chimp up.
chimpanzee is going to destroy you.
I'm not talking a full-grown dominant
What
chimp.
do I need
Are
to?
you talking about a
Google
baby chimp?
chimpanzee, and I want to see some images.
Google chimpanzee strength.
Yeah, dude. See all those? I'm They are now that one right there with a little bit. He's got a scarred up face. Looks like he knows how to fight. No, that one with no hair is a problem.
That one's on roid.
That's a different deal. That's not. Yeah, that one's going to be an issue.
No, you're getting jacked up by.
Yeah, he's going to be you're
not just that one.
Yeah, no, but the other ones too. They're not all like that. They're not all like that. That's the guy that's like running the whole show. I'm not talking about
Alpha Chip.
I'm not talking about that one. That one's also a problem. Okay.
I think any of these guys, any pack of
okay,
chimps,
but see that one on the left? See that one on the left of those three?
the little grandpa that's going to be protected by the one in the middle that's going to kill you.
No, I'm talking a one-on-one situation.
No,
That guy.
no.
Yeah.
No, he's.
I don't want to fully
Here's the thing, Zach.
I guarantee you, that's a sleeper.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Got some grandpa strength.
Oh, no,
Got some
you're-
grandpa strength.
He'll fold you up, throw you over a building
Yeah.
for fun.
I mean, I look
Just
at
because he
that
can. I don't know what the tactic. Yeah, that's concerning. That one there.
guy. Oh, I just accidentally
just
saved
Google
that.
chimpanzee strength.
I did.
I want to know what it is.
1.5 times stronger than humans.
Mm,
But I mean, here's the thing too. Like, well, first off, they're gonna grab you. Okay, and when they grab you, you're probably not getting out of it. Okay, so you have to avoid that.
Yeah, you're going to lose your jugular.
a recent study showed. Well, and this is just a claim. They didn't cite their source, so
Okay.
it could mean nothing.
Empty.
But a recent study showed pound for pound chimp muscles only have 1.35 times the strength. Okay, I mean that's
Either way, it's more.
Let's call it 1.3.
yeah, whatever. Yeah,
What do you bench?
Yeah.
I could probably. No, I'm telling right now. I mean, I'm not gonna go back to like prime, but like right now, I'm solid on 250, right around 250 probably.
250. That's pretty dang good. So
I weigh
So the
250.
chimp-
You should always be able to bench your own body weight.
So the chimp can bench 310, and you're going to take him. 320.
Yeah.
320.
I've had a lot worse odds.
I mean.
Also, like if we're factoring in any kind of like pocket knife into this situation,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
me with a pocket knife can take
we've got
on.
knives now,
Does the chimp get a stick?
so we're moving the goalposts.
I take it.
is what you're saying.
Okay, all right. Listen, I take a chimp with a stick and me with a 3-inch pocket knife.
I am happy to say that
I'm gonna saw across his jugular, and I'm gonna prevail. If it's me against him, and only one of us is coming out, guess what? I love my family. He throws poop at his probably. I'm coming out of there.
Yeah, I'm happy.
worried about that. I'm worried about because at some point, like the only way he's really gonna take me out is if he bites my jugular, and for him to be able to bite my jugular, I'm gonna have to one, be unconscious, or two, he's gonna be so close that I'm just gonna saw my knife against his neck.
I would like to.
I would say for you to win, you need a knife. At
How could
least.
we set this up and it be legal? Different country?
I think you have to do jujitsu on them.
We wouldn't be able to stream that.
I would like to see like the logic of a chimp, maybe a younger chimp that obviously couldn't beat me,
Yeah.
and like put them in a triangle choke.
What's he
A
gonna
toddler.
do? Probably
What are
go
they
to
gonna
sleep.
do?
Probably go to sleep.
Can I bait them into a triangle choke and then just choke them to sleep? Probably.
How do their joints work with an armbar situation?
Right. I'm not worried about a joint lock. I want to put them to sleep.
I mean, maybe.
I wanna put 'em
No.
to sleep.
Listen, guys.
You gotta
Maybe.
start taking some limbs.
Maybe. Because I'm certain chimps don't know jujitsu. So possibly this could work.
I don't know,
But
dude.
you better do it fast.
Right.
You better be quick.
Chances are it's going to put you on your back, which is a great
Dude,
position to be in.
Stamina-wise, they would just run you into the ground,
They would,
right?
they
And
would.
by the way, to the camera, PETA, our number is.
Chimp will kick your ass.
Yeah, Terry Baldwin says $5 on nameless chimp.
It's a great comment. That's a great comment. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, I think okay, full-grown chimp, no weapons, inside of a cage. The problem is you're gonna have to put him out. You're gonna have to get his neck.
You have to do
You're gonna have to
jujitsu
put him
on
out.
them.
You're not
That's
gonna.
the only
Can
way
you
you're going
knock
to beat
him
them.
out?
Yeah.
Maybe
You can't
if I
knock
kick
them
him in
out.
the head as hard as I can.
Nope. You're going to
They're
gas
not
out.
gonna go out.
It won't work. You have to blood choke them. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Either what's it called when you get them locked in? You put your right leg, your right ankle behind your left knee, and you've got them right here.
That's a triangle.
That's a triangle.
Yeah. Like, This?
Yeah.
That's triangle.
Okay.
Can't do it
Yeah,
from
you're
a
gonna
chair.
have to choke them to death.
Fester all day says gun fu is the only martial art
Hey,
that would work.
Honestly, yeah, you're right.
A 9mm
I
hole
hope.
puncher would do the trick in that situation.
Triangle is the best choke.
I'm taking me and a fixed blade knife against a lot of animals, though. A lot of animals, more than I should.
Nelson is an arm.
I think
choke.
you're accurate.
That's it.
I think you're accurate.
Thunderdome, yeah, dude.
I've never heard of a Nelson involving the legs. I thought the Nelson was an arm choke.
Yeah, it's like where you get someone's arms above their head, and you're like,
It's an arm thing.
it's an old school wrestling move.
It
brother.
is. It is.
Used to watch a little WWE, and I like that about you, Jeff.
No, you're talking. This is pre WWE. This is like Mid-South wrestling.
A full Nelson?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nelson's been around in like collegiate and high school wrestling for
a long time.
100
huh?
years.
They
Yeah.
were probably busting them off in the 40s and 50s. Some guys.
they were.
Put him in a Willie Nelson and
Dude,
smoke him out.
could you imagine like if you're in a like a collegiate setting and someone gets you in one of those in front of like your friends and your
You're just
family?
like,
There's nothing you can do about it. You just arms are flailing around like a little dummy, getting emasculated in front of all your friends. That would suck, dude. I
man.
can imagine a worse thing. Just like there's nothing I can do about it. That would suck.
Jeffrey says Mid-South JYD. What does JYD mean? I'm not familiar with that acronym.
A grizzly, there's no shot. A juvenile grizzly, a 150-pound grizzly, yeah, I might try to run it. But a full-grown 400-pound grizzly, no. Fixed blade knife or not, dude. I'm done.
honestly,
I'm playing dead.
You're not going to do close quarters.
I'm playing
with them.
dead. I'm
Yeah.
trying to survive.
Yeah.
I'm maybe fetal position.
Junkyard dog. Okay, gotcha.
I'm faking dead there. Intervention of armor and handled weapons are the reason humans are the current kings of this planet. Once we could take out all other predators, we became apex. Clinton, that's what I'm saying. We've got this. And then also, I don't want to die. So,
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the chimpanzees didn't come up with handguns, right?
no, they don't.
They're still
I'll tell you
fighting
what
with
they
their
didn't
hands.
develop. A little Smith & Wesson.
Right.
Okay? I'm talking a little
Right.
Colt.
There wasn't a chimp named Colt,
Mm-mm.
so
Nope. Mm-hmm.
perhaps in a zoo somewhere, but he was still flinging poop on the wall.
It's got to be
So-
hard to bite my throat open when you're full of 223 holes.
Right.
You're Swiss cheese, my man.
Right.
That said, that's a completely different fight than what we were
I
talking
mean,
about.
like this is nothing like what you proposed, but I agree with everything you're saying.
I'm taking a non-full-grown chimp. Now, seeing them hairless was disturbing, okay? I'll admit, okay? I didn't think they were that stacked. But, like, you give me a juvenile chimp or maybe a chimp that's a little past his prime.
Not juvenile, toddler.
No, dude, not toddler, but, like, maybe like a, I don't know what they're, but, like, maybe you show me a 12, like, what would be equivalent to, like, a 12-year-old or 14-year-old boy. He's fucked. He's in trouble.
So now you're beating up children.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, full-grown chimp, though, I might be in trouble. For sure. What's up, Backwoods?
Backwoods is in the house.
Silverback versus grizzly? Give me the grizzly.
Also, Backwoods, if you go to the YouTube channel to your other account, you were gifted a membership earlier.
Oh, yeah. Congrats.
We went from fist fight to full-blown ground war.
Yeah, we're talking about entrenching and drawing some lines, some tactical maneuvering. I feel like, dude, but here's the thing, too.
Right turn, Clyde.
An army not to go, what's the movies where the apes, Attack of the Planet of the Apes?
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Like us versus them every time, even if there were a few really smart ones, like they're done. Like we're good.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, we have like such a big military infrastructure.
Yeah,
We're
we're-
like, what are you guys
Yeah.
gonna do?
yeah. When you throw weapons into the mix, it's a different deal.
You telling me one of them knows how to hop into an F-22 and go to town now?
Might be able to fly a drone though.
That could be a problem.
I wonder if you could train a chimp to fly a drone.
that could be a
That's
problem.
an interesting question.
I think you could. They've taught them some crazy shit. Sign
Mhm.
language. You could teach
Mhm.
one sign language. Surely you could teach one how to toggle some buttons.
Mhm. I don't know.
I'm going to look into. I'll tell you what I'll do between now and next week. I'm going to look into their capabilities, and we're going to circle back to this conversation.
Well, I didn't get to read the chat earlier, but someone said that we should have you versus a chimp at Shine On, so maybe we can make that happen.
If there was a legal way to do it that we wouldn't get in trouble and run all of our sponsors off, I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it. A little cage match with a chimp.
Yeah. I mean, chimps have been astronauts.
But here's the thing. If you win, okay, and I'm standing over an unconscious chimp,
You're an ass.
you're an asshole.
You're an ass.
You're a dick. Okay.
Yeah, you're a
So
piece
it's like
of
a
shit,
lose-lose. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
either one, I die, or two, I win, and everyone's like, dude, that guy just beat up that sweet
A
animal.
monkey.
What, you know, like there's no winning.
That just remind me, do you guys, does bedtime for Bonzo mean anything to you guys? Okay.
Mm-mm.
There was a show in like the 40s or 50s, I don't know, it was 100 years ago, and it was literally called Bedtime for Bonzo. I don't know if it was a movie or if it was a TV show, but my family says this, like whenever it's time to wind down, like it's bedtime for Bonzo.
Really?
Yeah, and so I'm just going to show
hung in
you
there.
Bedtime for Bonzo.
What did Bonzo look like?
Since we're talking about chimps, like that's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a chimp show.
It's a chimp show, like bedtime.
That's what I was thinking when we were talking chimps earlier. That thing, yeah, no problem.
You were talking about
Oh,
a domesticated chimp.
I didn't even realize it
I
stars.
didn't know there was a difference.
It stars Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan is the star of the show.
That chimp is in trouble. I'm telling you right now. That chimp's gonna have it.
He's wearing a sweater.
He does look a lot more adorable wearing that sweater. Go to the actual image of Bonzo.
Here we go. Let's look.
Yeah, dude, he's screwed.
He's screwed.
Yeah, dude, that guy, you kidding me?
Don't start telling the world now how you would Bonzo.
I would dominate Bonzo, dude.
Dominate.
And fisticuffs, Bonzo, guess what? He's going to go to sleep and never wake up. I'm going to take that book, and I'm going to knock him over his little noggin with it.
Yeah,
His
put him to
cute,
sleep.
adorable little sweatered noggin.
Thanks, PA.
Oh, jeez.
Quite the tangent there.
All right, this is the last jar. We're getting a little bit of cloudiness. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Yeah, that's quite interesting for the ABV Society live stream. For the last quarter of the live stream, we didn't talk about distilling at all.
No, yeah. And I'm sorry about that. I know a lot of you guys do come here for that kind of a
It
thing.
was funny. I'm sure nobody minded.
But yeah, it's fun to flesh out, work through those kind of things. Also, it could be a real life scenario one day where I'm just faced with this and I have to decide, okay, am I just going to be docile or am I going to stick to my gun? Do I have a shot here?
There could be a Planet of the Apes scenario someday, so why not, right?
Yeah.
Why not think about it?
Yeah.
I think you should war game these things in your mind.
Yeah. Plan them out ahead of time, have a game plan.
It's not like it's making you dumber to think about that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it is.
I don't think so. You're asking a question that you've never thought about before.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
firing new synapses in your brain.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I like my chance.
I mean, it depends on the size of
Depends
the
on the
ape.
chimp.
It depends.
Yeah.
Depends on a lot of things. How
Depends in
hungry
the
am
chat. Yeah, diapers in the chat for that
I?
one.
Is my wife being attacked right now?
Exactly. Is
Yeah,
your
it
adrenaline
depends,
going
yeah.
crazy?
What's the motivation, right?
Yep, for sure.
Oh, shut up.
All right. Rob is dropping the custom emojis that he just got. That's awesome.
Sick. I like the test drive of those bad boys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Manzies. Mud Grips and Moonshine. Good to see you back in here, brother.
Song says, tough job, Terry. My Pepsi went everywhere. She probably spit Pepsi out. I don't know.
I think they were.
I've been missing a lot of the chat conversation.
Well,
Why's she drinking Pepsi?
Terry was kind of laughing about how varied our chat topic was, and he said he was doing everything he can not to spill hot coffee out of their nose. So.
I like that we can be, because I didn't really, and I'm sorry, but I didn't really pay attention to the chat very much when we were going through that. But I like the aspect of that it was possible that while we were really fleshing all that out, that there was like an on-topic discussion of like, no, I aged this long.
In the comments.
Yeah.
Well,
Which I don't mind.
As a non-moonshiner, like as a moonshine ally and moonshine adjacent person, I love these tangents. This is where I shine. So,
Yeah.
Everybody's throwing their guesses out. I don't know if I said anything about the previous jar, but jar number 7 was 85. Jar number 8, 81.
81 proof.
How about y'all pick pick a new username for me? This should be good. Everything Outdoors PA. You're new, brother. Not sure I know you well enough to be able to choose a username for you.
I need at least 3 details about your life. I already know one of them that you like the well.
We know 2.
Give me 2 of them that you like the outdoors and you're from PA.
Give me your favorite fast food restaurant.
Don't remember if you said Pennsyltucky or not.
Your full
earlier.
social security number, and what is your favorite outdoor hobby? With those 3 things, I can probably give you a good username
And more.
Yeah. Also, maybe some bad credit. What's up, Chris? I like that moonshine adjacent.
Moonshine adjacent would be like
That was my
chemistry.
Yeah, right. Moonshine adjacent. That's why I talked to my organic chemistry teacher about brewing and stuff because she did a bunch of it in her undergrad. She and a bunch of them made beer and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And they were like
you?
they were being nerdy about it. Like they were like talking about like the molecules and whatever, you know. So she talks to me about this stuff, and I talk to her about this stuff. So we have that going on. Anyway.
We get some nerdy beard guys that come through here.
Well, that's why I was excited.
And I like to pick their brains. Like I'm not. First off, I want to make sure. Like I'm not knocking those guys. They're very nerdy and well read on different topics. And so it's cool to like kind of try to ascertain why are they doing what they're doing, and they're doing sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes they're doing something that's drastically harder for like a 1% gain on something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes up way more time, way more energy, way more forethought, way more calculation, and it's like they're self-admittedly like this may make a minimal difference.
Right, but let's talk about Jed for a minute.
Okay.
Like he's deep in the weeds.
Kind of what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. This is a beer brewer. Well, he does distilling too, but his main thing is beer. And he's so much further deep into the weeds than I would ever go. And Zach is right. Like some of the things he's talking about, I'm thinking in my head, like, what kind of difference does that make?
Right.
I mean, honestly.
For example.
But then he brings beer to the ABV Society meeting that I'm like, this is possibly
maybe the
best beer I've ever drank in my life.
Right.
It's not.
So all of those little
marginal things,
it's
like 15
combined together make up something.
That's
it's like
true.
15 things that he does that are like, maybe this makes a difference, maybe this doesn't. But when you combine all of them, it very clearly makes a difference. Like he was talking the other day about hydrating the cell walls of yeast prior to introducing them to
sugar
ferments.
Like before even adding sugar and what that does and why you do it.
Why are you doing that? And he's talking about everything from like the cell walls being more porousy and susceptible to, bacteria or this, that, or the other. And then when you hydrate them, they're more elastic. And he was walking us through this like very finite issue of yeast hydration. Yeah. And I was like, there are levels to this.
Yeah, he could have gone longer than he did.
It was a condensed version, and it was still like 10 minutes of just like that one thing. Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool. What is your target specific gravity for a whiskey mash? I can answer this for you, maybe. I think your target specific gravity where you like most people start and where you like to start is 1085.
Anywhere between 1065 and 1085. Yeah.
I started a new batch of guava brandy today, waiting for the goo to come down to pitch temp. Nice.
Let's see. Everything Outdoors PA is a country guy, likes hunting and now brewing.
Well,
Pennsylvania is pretty famous for the Whiskey Rebellion. So he could be like Whiskey Rebel, something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Barrel Buster. That's a good name I've never seen before. You should be Barrel Buster.
Keystone Spirits, Keystone Shine.
Spirit.
What else is
Never mind. I'm
Pennsylvania?
not saying that full.
Here's
Quaker.
one for the Brain Trust. I'm getting close to tails, 50%. I can add water flow to the deflag and a bit of power to get back up to 65, 70. A bit slower drip for sure, or just let them run out. When you get down to that point,
Let 'em run,
I
baby.
just let them run out.
Let 'em
Because
run, baby.
you're unless your time is worth nothing. I mean, if you don't mind just sitting there for a few more hours, bump up the energy level, bump up the reflux, and you can kind of clean it up a little bit. But it's really, as we say, the juice isn't worth the squeeze at that point.
Juice
My
ain't-
opinion, though.
Juice ain't worth the squeeze. And, you know, you can run your tails kind of all the way down to wherever you want to stop and just like do a double distillation on them, run them later. Save them up, run them later. That's typically kind of mostly our standpoint on why we don't get too bent out of shape at like, we know what we're blending in most of the times. I mean, don't get me wrong, there could be a Sweetwater jar in there that'll really surprise you, but, you know, preference thing.
It is 7:58. I think it's about time to call this.
Okay.
And I'm looking towards you because you're kind of the outro pro. Voice. Thank you guys for coming into the chat. Love seeing you guys here every week. So many of you support us so well. Really appreciate it. And we're here every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're a member, mornings, 8:30 Central Time. Go live with some coffee and about 30 minutes worth of just chit chat, really. A little bit of behind the scenes stuff that you don't get anywhere else. And, but thanks again for showing up.
We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Later.